One and two are up. Starting soon. Screen is off. Everybody is in place and looking pretty good. So I'm pretty good because I mean my mug's on this face, and I bring like it's like a bad stealth roll. I just automatically kill. That's why we need Noah and Jeff here, right?
That's what I'm here
The
for.
youth and the hair. All right, guys, welcome to Wayward Ones. We are back with When Black Roses Bloom. Damien. All right.
All right, I'm excited for our game today. When we last left our adventurers, they were basically trapped within a um, old manor in the woods, surrounded by the undead, clawing and gnawing at the doors and windows, um, feeling a bit trapped and uh, feeling as though the house wasn't going to hold as long as they thought. They looked for a way out. Something that really caught their attention is they tried to wait out until the sun rose, but hour after hour went by and the brilliant rays of the morning sun never peered over the horizon, which was odd to say the least. But not wanting to just sit around and wait for the inevitable, crashing through the walls or windows of the undead, a group, um, investigated the manor. They did run into a few individuals. They ran into um, an elf who apparently had also ran from the uh, caravan and broken in with someone he was with by the name of Marcus. Appeared to be some sort of merchant, perhaps. Somebody who they had seen before and possibly had left behind his family to escape the undead horde. So they all grouped up together and kind of figured out the secrets of the Bad Mordheim. Um, was a man of what he called science, though due to his wife's illness, he began to delve into the occult as well, trying to figure out a way to keep her alive. Apparently, his wife was ill. He speaks of not only the illness of her body, but due to his nefarious dealings and occult dabbling, perhaps some sort of illness of the mind as well. Um, but through their search of the house, they were able to find um, a secret passage that led down to the basement to some sort of magical circle, some sort of summoning circle. Um, in doing so, they activated it by tossing a toad into the middle of it, if I'm not mistaken. Toad they found, in which these mists begin to pour out of the summoning circle, enveloping the basement as the undead horde broke into the manor. Knowing that they only had seconds, they prepared for the inevitable, the battle. They had prepared for their death basically, as they knew that there were just too many. But as the mist poured in and the undead, tumbled down the stairs to get to them, silence kind of permeated the area. You guys can't see, you can't see your hand in front of your face. This mist is so thick. But slowly the sounds of thudding and running and tumbling bodies fades away, and you guys feel a cool breeze, chill kind of runs up your spine from this cold wind. The smell of autumn, the smell of dead leaves kind of fills your nostrils. And the feeling of the hard, the wooden floor underneath you kind of gives way to something a little softer as you guys begin to make your way through this thick fog and mist. As you guys get your bearings, kind of take a few steps forward, you can kind of see the outline of your companions in the mist as you guys try to orient yourself. But it's not long before you realize that you're now standing on dirt. Some of you feel some scratching across your body and your face as you brush against what appears to be tree limbs or branches, and come to the realization that you must be outside. As you take a few more steps trying to find your bearings, the mist begins to kind of thin out a little bit, and you can kind of see your companions in the mix as you begin to group together and step out of this thick, foggy mist. As you look around, you do a quick head count, and everybody's there, including Marcus. He's also there with you. What you guys see is you find yourself on a dirt path in some sort of forest or woods. The forest appears to be maybe autumn, as a lot of the trees are dying or dead. There's a lot of leaves on the ground. It's cold, cool, crisp. You believe it's daytime, as there's a kind of a pale light, though the forest is very thick, and it's extremely overcast. So instead of it being this bright, cheery type of daylight, it's kind of this somber light. As you continue to kind of get your bearings and step out of the mist, you see now that you're on what appears to be an extremely old and not very traveled road. You can see the weeds and the roots are beginning to kind of reclaim this path. As you guys step out of this misty, the fog, you look around and you see that this path or road winds through this forest. As you look back, kind of the general direction you came, it's very hard to get your bearings, but you see the mist and the fog is thicker behind you, kind of as you stepped out of it, to the point of, beyond 10 or 20 feet, you can't see anything. And that's where we'll start.
I'm going to make sure I'm in front of whatever we think front is, but,
Wait.
at the ready.
Let's talk this. Like, where the fuck? How did we get out here? How did we get outside? No one.
It was a portal. It was a magical circle. We all jumped in, went poof.
So we were teleported, or we walked through some sort of arcane gate, or whatever. I don't really know how magic works, but so now we're in a completely different place.
Yes, that I would make that assumption.
It does not feel like the same season that we were in. No.
Very true.
We are.
Yeah, what was it like before? Was it like summer or spring?
No, it was actually it was the end of the summer. It wasn't fall though. It wasn't like this. The leaves hadn't quite changed. You would think like the very beginning of September, where it's starting to cool off, but it is not like it is here. This area looks like the end of autumn. Most of the leaves have fallen. It's cold. So yeah.
Considering my mind and how wonderfully keen it is, could I get some sense of direction, cardinal point wise, on like the two ends of the roads here?
So you can give me a survival or an insight roll.
Okay. Geez. Gosh, both of those are really delicious. I'm gonna go insight though. A unnatural 20.
So you're a very insightful person. You're rarely get lost, if ever. You're like you said, you have a keen mind. Nothing about anything here seems familiar enough for you to make, a judgment call. There's nothing about it. You feel odd about it as you look around. You almost can't, looking up at the sky, you can't see the sun, and you can usually sense some sort of indicator, right? Of like, give yourself a feeling. You've always been that way. But there's nothing here that indicates any kind of familiarity to you at all.
Could this be a dream? I'm asking the group. This place isn't real. What I'm throwing out there. Potentially.
I've been in the woods before. Do I hear any like familiar animals or anything like that. Like, so I try to gather where my surroundings, like, and listen to.
So you
where
can
we
make a
are.
perception roll or a survival roll.
I think they're the same, and that's just
Guys, what if we're dead?
4, 9.
Yeah, you hear nothing. Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
tell. You don't see anything familiar. You don't hear any kind of animals moving around.
I'm just gonna.
I'm just
then-
gonna like. You're good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure once again that I'm in front of wherever we think we need to go, and I'm at the ready. Like I'm just untrusty, I guess.
I'm gonna test the dream theory, and I'm just gonna find like a little pile of leaves and like just fall back.
Oh,
No.
big crunch underneath.
I don't think it's a dream because that shit would have woke me up, right?
I don't know. The only way I know is like I can't read any script when I'm in a dream. It usually wakes me up if I try to read. But also,
On the
all right,
book.
what about dead? Do you think we're all dead?
Let me try something, lads. Okay. I'm gonna take a second, and I'm going to use my divine sense to detect things around us to see if do I feel those undead like we had last time, or is there anything around us that I would notice?
So let me look that up just to make sure I know exactly where
It'd be
you have.
Celestial Fiend Undead would be the top 3, or anything affected by Hollow Spell within 60 feet.
So as you reach out and kind of tap into kind of your own insight and your own experiences, you begin to concentrate, and you have never really. Now, this is something you've just recently, you've been working on trying to find that power within you, but
Mhm.
you've tested it and tried different things. You feel pit in your stomach, and you feel your head begin. You hear like a headache. It rings, and you sense undeath, and everywhere. There's no pinpoint. This isn't like before. Like you would know that kind of the general direction. You can sense the evil being. Here, it's just literally makes you sick to your stomach and a ringing in your head, kind of a migraine, double over, and you know that feeling. You know what that means, though it's everywhere.
Yeah, so what the team would see was that she's like focusing, and then all of a sudden when she comes to, she's like gasping, like shocked. She looks
Ooh.
shocked.
Whoa, you all right?
What do you think?
Alana, you okay?
Good news, bad news. The not so good news. Well, good news is there's no zombie horde. The
Hey.
bad news is everything's undead. Like the whole
We are dead.
everything, the ground.
We're in hell right now.
No, not us, not us. We're fine. We're fine. The whole area, everything, the ground, the leaves, the trees, just everything feels the sense of gradual undeadness.
Do I know anything about the Shadowfell? I mean, I know a little bit just from, but you're muted. You're muted, Amy.
Shit, sorry.
No, you're good.
Mark, and so I was listening. Are you proficient in like Arcana, history, even religion?
Nope. None of them.
If then you can make one of those rolls, but you'll be limited on what you would know. So you know,
Sure.
in the best case scenario, you might have heard.
Right. I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
with my pact and everything. Pretty good.
Oh wait, yeah. Well, forget about your. Yeah, but
Yeah, but
well,
I
you don't really know much about
I
it.
wouldn't know much about it, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
just it's 17. Just straight die roll.
So you heard of it, probably. You know,
Right.
whatever like
No, the
rumors.
basic.
Yeah, whatever rumors that like the common person kind of, you know, that would know about that. Not every peasant knows about
Right.
Shadowfell, but
Um,
anyone who knows of the dark places, the realm of the shadows,
Right.
you know, it goes by many names.
right. So I know the lore and the
Yeah.
the rumors and okay. Could we be in the Shadowfell? Do you guys know what that is?
What's that?
Yeah, it's a
this
children's
place.
story.
Yeah,
You
it's-
use it to children.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
I don't
Let's be
read it.
real, right?
I've
I
read
was
about
very
it.
afraid of the Shadowfell until I was
Well,
like
this place
11.
seems like it kind of fits the bill.
All right, I'm gonna.
I
keep
think-
that in mind,
I'm
I'm
considering
thinking
I
about
talked
the training that I've had, Damien. Would I have been taught about through the paladin training about places like this?
Oh, absolutely. You've heard of like dark places, you know, of course, that have been, you know, even like cursed lands and you know, the great paladins of old. Do you have one of those history, arcana, religion? Any of those?
I
Or
mean, I
something
have a proficiency in Arcana.
Okay, go ahead and make an arcana check. Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
cool. I have a 16.
So through your training in the arcane arts, even though you know you just learned about it, and you definitely have heard of the Shadowfell, and you absolutely, you know, you probably know them. You probably know a lot about the Shadowfell, at least in this, or at least the idea of it. That's as good a guess as any, is what you would say. That's what
Yeah.
you know. But you also think, you know, the Shadowfell is literally connected in shadow. The place doesn't necessarily give off that exact, like, you know, not everything is deep shadows. It is kind of dark and gloomy. But there's also evil and undead in the Shadowfell, so
Right. So I would say that and reflect that, you know, it's a good guess,
All right,
but we would
I
have
think
to
that-
venture on to find out.
I think that tracks. Like, you know, one, the Shadowfell is a made-up monster to scare children. Two, this isn't really dark and shadowy. It's just gray like Oswego. So I think, but like I said, I'm keeping an open mind. It could be any plane, right? Like, this place isn't right. I don't know which way is north.
you guys hear a
And-
soft sound coming
Oh,
from kind of the deeper into the mist. It sounds a little bit like maybe singing.
All right, everyone, shh.
Denied. I like dive under some leaves.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. I'm hiding in a team. We're pair hiding.
You're it sounds a little
best
bit
way to
louder. It sounds
hide
like a couple
group.
of people singing, a couple of women singing.
Where is it coming from? Into
From
the
the-
mist or
yeah.
towards the road?
Yep, man, you guys, it sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't help but think about how beautiful that sounds.
No, fuck
Fuck.
this again.
You funny.
I'll walk towards it, you know, like at the
Me
ready,
too.
like I'm not
As you
hiding.
get closer and it gets louder, it's beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. You can't. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, you walk right into the
I'm
mist.
telling you. All right, maybe I'm gonna let you guys know. Maybe this is kind of Shadowfell because this smells like another one of those stories you were told as a kid.
Yep, sure fucking
And the
does.
moral is like, don't follow beautiful singing voices
Mhm.
into something you can't see, right?
It's getting louder.
Gideon.
You guys can't help it. I mean, it's probably the most
No,
fun.
but
Though.
I
You
mean,
are
that-
just
that's sad.
enthralled
I'm
by this
following.
sound.
Yeah.
It's great though.
I'm
It
good.
goes like,
I'm standing next to Gideon, and I just kind of like, it's pretty good. Gideon, where'd the house go?
Gideon walked away. He walked into the mist.
Yeah. Like you say this as I'm walking into the house.
I'm following it.
You're gone. You can't answer my stupid question, no.
I'm gonna
What's
look to
Alana
Ren.
doing? Oh,
I
sorry, go
like
ahead.
the visual though of like Gideon looking back at Bungo with the
Yeah,
at
Bungo
the ready saying
disappeared.
the house.
I'm gonna look to Ren. We can't just let him go alone, though, right? What
No,
are we doing?
have to go with him. What if there's
Yeah.
multiple beautiful women?
That's true. All right, let's go.
You idiot. I like smack the back of Ren's head.
I'm telling you,
climbing out of the
man,
leaves.
I'm with you. But we can't let him go alone.
let him
What
go
if there's
alone.
many women?
Gideon.
At this point, it's loud and
Gideon.
the mist is right there. You guys are just, I mean, you can't, you've got to see who this beautiful voice is coming from as you guys all walk into the mist.
I'm gonna try and get.
I need
Gideon
everybody to
back.
make wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, fuck.
Shoot.
I would start dragging Marcus too. I still got the cat. Ooh.
Okay, this is great. Perfect. Love
It's a
it.
9.
21.
21 and 9, 4
I've got an 8.
and 8, 7.
Oh, okay.
So as you walk in, it gets super loud. At this point, Bones, you kind of shake your head and you're like, it's all of a sudden not beautiful but terrifying. And you can just see the shadows of your friends as they're disappearing in the mist. You can choose one person if you want to go towards. You can pick, but they just spread. The moment they get in there, you see they're just and just walk into the deeper into the mist. So if you want to, or you could try to. I'm sorry. You can also try to. You don't have to follow one of them.
Right. Yeah.
What would you like?
Guys, this isn't good. Can't see everyone. I'm gonna follow Gideon, I guess. Hey. Maybe we should stop and get together, dude.
Yeah, but
Like,
you hear
You're just
this?
standing there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy though.
It's
Right?
still beautiful.
Let's just get out of the mist.
You can make another wisdom saving throw, Gideon.
Mhm.
As you are, you're enthralled by it, but he's trying to shake you out of it.
That's an 11. Thank you, Pixel
can't-
Dice.
I mean,
I waited 4 years
hey.
for you, and you still roll like shit.
as you guys are hearing this ringing sound of singing in your world, you almost fall back and as your eyes roll back in the back of your head. Each of you, for your various reasons. Bungo, you have this, you fall unconscious as you're listening to it, and you dream or have a fever dream of being hunted down. You're not paying your debt, getting your fingers cut off one by one. Just horrible torture until your death. Ren, you pass out and wake up tied to a chair as someone is walking around you. Appears to be getting ready with a big saw as you're chained to the ground. And as you realize your head has been shaved, and you think perhaps he's going for that keen mind of yours. Alana, you've as you pass out, you have this vision or fever dream of unable to draw your sword as you're just overtook by these hordes, getting ripped apart. And as you struggle to get a weapon out, and it's almost as if your weapon will not come out of its sheath as you try to fight off these horrible entities of your darkest fears. Gideon, you hear that long and light laugh that you know so well in the darkness as a shadowy figure approaches you and you're unable to move, and the sense of dread kind of washes over you. I need another wisdom save from Bones, and then we will...
I got a nat 1.
Okay. You fall unconscious as you're listening to this beautiful music, and you have this terrible vision of your parents' house burning to the ground, and the deal going south as everything you love falls apart. Everybody takes 10 psychic damage. Leave you all fucking as you come to, You find you're kind of laying in this grass or these leaves and dirt as you kind of lift up your eyes and you look around and you see your spot kind of next to the mist where you started.
Right where we were.
Yeah, so on that road, it goes this way behind you. This kind of a deeper mist. Everything still has a kind of a fog on it, but that deep mist that drew you in, that you came out originally, you're basically back where you came before you heard the sound of the voices.
All right, I immediately pull my dagger and check my beautiful hair, and of course, the mustache that is beyond words.
Song
I'm gonna
sucks.
put it away. All right, I'm not one for superstitions, but let's pick a direction and go that way. And we're gonna stay on the path.
Well, I'd say let's not go back in that shit. Let's get far away.
I like that.
Hey,
All in favor?
is there a path that that looks the most takeable for us?
There's only one. You're on like a road. It's old though. It's starting to overgrown, but it's clearly has had wagons and stuff before. But it looks like it hasn't been used in a while, or very rarely is used.
And
As it's not well maintained. You guys are kind of laying in the center of. That's where you kind of came out as you walked out. Ahead of you, the path kind of goes. It does look like it gets a little deeper into the woods, but there's a path. And then behind you and around you is that fog, because you're still walking out of it. The mist is a better way of looking at it. It's kind of a light, but almost obscuring mist.
All right, so I think we follow the path away from the mist. All in favor?
Yep.
All right, let's do this.
Direction is this.
As you guys start to walk away, you hear this just faint sound of thinking before you kind of quicken your pace a little bit. As you move away and deeper into this forest as the path along the path. As you guys walk, maybe a quarter of a mile or half a mile, kind of getting some distance, there's still this mist kind of out around about. The good thing is everything's about dead. You can see pretty thick woods, but because there's no foliage really, or there's a little but very few, you can see decently far away, which makes you feel a little bit better. As you approach ahead, you see a large oak, and then there's a path that splits with a road sign sitting ahead. Crows sitting on the road sign takes off.
Can I read the road sign?
Yeah, as you approach, you see there's one arrow pointing to the left, Parthen. The one to the right is been defaced and it's broken halfway off, and it goes to the right. As you approach Ren, because I do believe your passive perception is the highest.
It's up there. I think it's 16, but
Yeah.
Parthen?
As you approach,
Am I saying that properly?
you do see something that catches your attention. Leaning up against that oak is a body. It appears to have been there for a long time, as there's just like leathery skin stretched over a skeleton. Appears to be wearing armor of some sort. It's laying. It's got a satchel next to it. Its mouth open.
All right, everyone cool.
don't
Let's
touch.
approach carefully. I'll dibs on the satchel.
Waste not, want not.
All right,
Hopefully he's
who
got
wants
the
to
number.
approach it?
Bungo will go up.
As
Hopefully
you
he's got some
approach, you see.
because the music scene here sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't have the best music that's been.
I like it.
No. I meant the one that like fried our brains.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I was
No, the actual.
still in a dream. Although the fact that I read the road sign means now I know for sure I'm not in a dream.
As you approach the body, you see it kind of startles you for a second because its mouth is open, and because its skin is stretched back, it's like its teeth are kind of showing, and its hair is kind of just hanging on. Though the features are still like somewhat right. You can tell it was a male elf. And he's wearing armor. It's all covered in grass and dirt and grime. But you see that there's a nice set of chainmail that he's wearing. It's got a white rose on it, though the rose is all dirty from, laying there and stuff. And in his hand is a sword. It looks like he had drawn it as he was laying there. He's got a sword in his hand and a scabbard in his left hand. The sword is stylized with appears to be thorns going up, and the handle comes up to a white rose-shaped pommel, or at the end of it.
Is he on the ground or is he strung?
Yeah, he's like leaned up against the.
Okay.
There's a satchel as well.
Yeah. So Bungo, I'm gonna cautiously approach, making sure that like nothing's gonna jump out at me, from this body, and that like it's safe.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
16.
So as you keep an eye out, you don't see immediate threats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just sorry, boss, but we might need this stuff more than you do now, and I'll go for the satchel first, and I'll just yell back to Bones, but Bones, this one of yours?
I'll go look at it.
So as you reach and grab the satchel, kind of startles you as head drops forward, but you grab it and slide it over. So the satchel's mostly, it's falling apart kind of, but as it falls apart, you see some coins hit the ground. You see these rather large silver coins with a stamp on it you've never seen before. It's got imprint of a rose on the silver coin. They're rather large, probably twice the size of a normal silver. And there's 40 silver there. There's also an old book, or a journal rather. It's kind of leather wrapped with one of those things that wraps around and ties it. Though a big chunk of it is burned. It looks like probably most of it is burned, but there do appear to be some of it left. And that's basically what's in it. You see there's an old change of clothes probably, but it's all moth-eaten or rat-eaten vermin. Yeah.
All right. Hey, folks. 6 of us, or five of us. It's eight apiece. Share like right now until we figure out what's going on. I just piece out 8 silver to each of the party members quick.
Okay.
Do I recognize anything about the white rose, be it the emblem, or does it appear to be the same white rose on the silver print, the silver stamp?
So there's the roses on the chest, and they don't necessarily look exactly alike, and it's not white on silver. It's definitely, there's clearly a motif here, right? Like there's clearly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Go ahead and give me a history check if you got a history. Yeah, history.
You're doing that. I'm gonna be watching the path back where we came from, like
just never mind.
Yeah, you've never heard of those emblem and heraldry.
I'll be honest. I never really paid much attention to the elf history, so.
Yeah.
I'd like that. Now that I got the coins out of the way, to kind of look. Can I tell how he died? He or she died.
That's a good. You can give me an investigation, or a medicine.
Same modifier. It's a 14.
You don't see any immediate wounds. You don't see like an arrow sticking out of him, or like a damage to his arm or somewhere. Or...
What are we doing? What's the move?
Does anyone need this armor and sword?
It's a long sword and chainmail armor.
I could take the sword. I'm not particularly good with it, but you do all right.
If you
I think
remind me later, I'll take a look at it and see if it's got anything special about it.
Yeah, does anyone need this chain? I mean,
good
I
with
can't
what I
imagine
have.
we're gonna get it without breaking limbs.
It's too big for me.
It's a little too tight to
Alana?
trust it.
Gideon?
No, I'm good.
I'm all set.
I'm good with what I have.
Heavy armor.
It won't.
I have chain
It's-
currently. FYI.
Yeah, but it's got to be worth something. That's what I'm saying.
They were
you know?
good. You can take it, sell it.
Man, I only like taking items from freshly killed enemies. So I mean, have at it. I won't. I'm not a judge kind of person, but this feels more like a robbery to me. So
Come on.
that's
Gideon,
He has
Gideon,
been using it for
Gideon,
years.
if I take it, will you carry it for me?
fuck no.
It's a
You
little bit-
carry your own.
How am I supposed to carry?
You see?
Did you see the?
Then we leave it.
No, all right, Bungo, you help me get it off. I'll carry it.
Okay, so the
And then we'll
halfway
split it when we
is
sell
going
it.
to try to pull chainmail armor off the full-size foot.
I'm gonna start like
I'll take the long sword.
picking the shoulder areas to like loosen it up a bit and see if we can like shake some
The
of
body is The body is definitely in late stage decay. You're surprised with it sitting out in the wild that it's not picked clean, which is usually what happens. What you're seeing is a lot of time kind of like something that's maybe put into a crypt or something like that, right? That it climate controlled, and they kind of, I wouldn't use the word mummified.
Look at
but, like,
Alana and be like, "Do you
Yeah,
not
it's
find
not-
this odd that they are?"
They dry it out slowly.
I step back a little bit. I'm just like, oh, I can't believe we're doing this.
Hey, guys. I'm gonna tell you a little secret here. This guy cannot feel anything right now.
You guys can get the armor off pretty easily, probably without breaking any arms. I mean, it's going to be, gross. You might, but it's not. It unhooks in certain places where all you really got to do is arms out of it, like one arm out of it.
It's like
It
some
unhooks,
dead
you know.
flesh stuck in the chair.
Bungo's going to try to like cover the body up with some leaves or something.
Give him a proper
I can't
burial.
dig a hole,
Not
but,
like taking it out.
you know,
Taking the armor, and then
Yeah.
I'll do my best to like fold it or roll it, wad it. What do warriors? How do these store chainmail?
They folded it. I'm sure they would say folded.
Okay.
Chainmail probably works pretty good. Like a
I'm
plate
gonna
mail,
try to-
but folding chainmail.
I'm gonna try to fold it
Yeah,
as best I can,
You could probably
and then I'll
backpack
pop it
if-
in the bag.
can I Bungo pull the body off the road a little bit and like put it in some sort of position and try to be nice to it a little bit?
Yeah, you can absolutely. You slide the body over and cross his arms and
Yeah.
yeah.
What did the road sign say again?
Cardan pointed it to the left, and the other one was broken and like
Cardin?
Cardan, Kardan. And the other one appeared to be like defaced and broken. It's pointing to the right.
Can I try and like fix it and try and get it to see if I can?
You can see which
See
direction it was
what it
pointing at, but you can't really make
Did it
out what
say
it said.
anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it looks like somebody
Just-
took like a hand axe from blunt, or I'm sorry, like a stout knife, and really.
Okay.
In the pouch that was disintegrated with the
Mhm.
40 coins, I believe you said there was something else like
Journal that's
paper
mostly
journal.
burnt. Yeah.
Can we look through that? I don't know if it's something I can read or.
So as you're flipping through it, you I think it
Alright,
probably
I'd be
have
doing that while
components
they're all
to,
messing with all that.
Take your time, Mandy. We're just doing housekeeping.
Rookie
Don't worry.
mistake. Rookie, I didn't plug my fucking computer in. I thought I did, but I didn't. So my
You
bad.
have to get the stream back up.
Yeah,
Dude, you
stream's-
missed
worst-
so much.
Stream's
Okay.
good.
The
The
worst is when I
stream's still
plug my
going,
computer
funny
in,
enough.
Yeah, stream
like
is
I
good.
plug it in here, but it's not plugged into the wall. You know what I mean? Like I set back on the desk and I go,
It's
chirp,
just-
chirp, and I'm like,
I don't mean to sidetrack the session. I just have like 6 things that I plug in my computer for a stream, and I had 5 of the 6 plugged in. So I apologize.
So I'm not going to ritual cast to identify here, like we're talking about, just because Bungo doesn't. Guys, I don't think we should stay here. I think we
I
should keep
think
moving.
that we should get far away from this place.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got something.
What do you got?
I'm casting Find Familiar.
Is it food? Oh my god.
Um,
Bringing a boar.
Sorry, not food. And then, like, here's how I imagine it. So it's a little brazier with coals in it, and I'm doing hand motions and verbal components. And then, like, out of the coals, these 2 red hands pop up, and then it pulls itself out. It shakes all the dust off.
I'm gonna
It's an
fucking
imp.
point my glaive right at it.
Hey, he's mine.
Hey,
Um,
so can you just roll 20 for me, please? A D20?
Sure. That's a natural 20.
All right. So, as you cast this spell, is this the first time you've ever cast a spell, or have you had it for a little bit, like, your character?
I imagine I probably did it before,
Okay.
but I haven't experimented with it too much, so it's still
So
pretty fresh.
As you cast the spell, you see. Usually, as you cast this, and the last time you gotta have to delve through the weave, and
Mhm.
there's a distance in the spell from where you're drawing these imps from, right? Like it's
Mhm.
deeper, outer planes, right? The abyss and things like that. This time, it's like cutting through paper as this thing
Mhm.
steps out, kind of as a rip opens up, and you see this kind of, an imp, demonic looking imp. He does have a few things that. Yes.
I was like, he is intelligent and can speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I leave that to you.
This is what he looks like. He's got some jewelry on. He's deep red with serpentine wings.
I point my glaive at it, and I'm like, I look right at Bones. I'm like, and I'll
He's
then
safe,
I'll look,
he's
I'll
safe.
look, I'll look back
safe.
at the 3 that I've traveled to this point with before bringing Bones in, being like, who brought us here? Where are we? And I'm just gonna put my fucking glaive right underneath his chin.
Mine or the imps?
Imps. And I'm
You don't see him anymore, and you feel your glaive get grabbed. Make a strength check.
Oh, Jesus.
That's really good. Strength.
Yep.
Athletics or
Go to
just
roll for the
strength?
Athletics.
So that would be a 19.
So as you kind of shake around, you spin the pole axe in your hand, and you hear it. As he becomes visible, you see there's some blood as you caught him. Go ahead and roll your pole axe damage.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna kill my imp, bro.
Flies behind
That is
Bones.
9 points damage.
Filthy human.
I know.
Spits
I
at
know.
you.
This is, I didn't, do you have a name? I didn't.
Yeah,
Do I
you've never
get
seen
your
this thing
name?
before. Well, he said,
Filthy human! I'll stab it again!
it's behind Bones at this point.
Oh, hey. It's fine. It's chill.
Fine!
He does, he does what I want him to. He's a tool. You're a thing too, but
See
you're
it
also a
glares
tool.
down at you as you say that to him. I'm here to serve.
Yes. What's your name?
Memnock.
Memnock. This is Mem. He's cool. He'll help us out.
Hey,
Uh,
good news,
Find
guys
some bros.
and gals. We got the person that's walking first from now on because he's not leaving my sight.
Hey, you know
Wait,
what?
hey, that's Mark's job.
As long as you have those filthy eyes for now.
Hey, no. Don't do
Glaive,
that, please.
Snarl
Back
at
up.
him.
I'll fucking point it right back at him.
Anyways, Mem can help us out. Mem will go invisible and fly up just as high as he can get within reason. And just, I'm gonna look through his eyes and just get a view of the general area.
All you
Before
see
them
is a super.
vanish.
Go ahead.
Can I just get some observation things answered?
Yeah.
What color? Reddish?
Yeah. Deep red.
Deep red?
He posted a photo of it in the group chat. Somewhere.
Which group chat? Oh,
Imagine a
the
short
other
little
one way up
demon.
top.
For these.
Okay, hold on.
Wearing jewelry.
General.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
He's not holding a ball of fire, but
And I'm disappointed that I'm the only one that attacked this thing. There's
Okay,
a sense
alright,
of disgust on Gideon's face.
I'd be wary of that one, Master. He makes foolish decisions. He's whispering at you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he's got like a little loincloth or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then like a bunch of jewelry, like you said. Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Wearing a little.
You know what?
Yeah. Two
Questions
horns,
answered. I'm
leathery
sorry.
wings.
Yeah, you can go right back to Bones looking through the eyes, I think.
So as it flies up, you see that it's just a forest as far as the eye can see. You can see very far away, probably at the edge of your vision at that height, which should be miles and miles away, or miles away, 20 or 30 maybe. Yeah. But there's a river that starts to run. So you do see that. And then about a half a mile, maybe a mile, you see there appears to be a opening or a town area in the woods in the direction that Cardin's pointing. If you look to the right, it's kind of thick forest as far as the eyes can see. There's also this kind of fog, remember, that limits vision beyond, you normally be able to see miles, right?
Yeah. Okay.
With this mist that kind of envelops the area, it makes it difficult.
And there's no visible light pollution to us on the ground, right?
No.
So he tells me and I can like look through his eyes and stuff anyways, there's a little town over that way and like a fucking river and then there's just trees this way. But that mist is everywhere, dude. Like I should be able to see far back that way, but I can't. Does the mist go like all the way up?
Well, it's just gray clouds. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's just this kind of light mist everywhere up, and it kind of gets disorienting up in the sky if you go, as further you go, because it's so gray and misty that it's hard to get your bearings.
Okay.
All right,
Hey,
town it is, right?
Town, yeah, right.
as I said, sir, lead the way. And I'll just...
Mark. We'll put Marcus up front too.
You see, he's quietly been following you guys this whole time.
Yeah.
He's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's good late.
I think we should go to the town, probably figure out.
Yeah.
Right.
Town.
Marcus, you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna.
All
say
right,
that-
I'll
I'm going to give him a
That body-
judging look. Like, I'm just... Obviously. But Bones, please, with your talents, lead
hey,
the way.
listen,
My
I know it's
fucking
creepy,
glaive has not been down.
hey, listen. Look, I mean, I know it's weird. He's weird. He can't hear you right now. He's, but he's safe. I'm safe.
It's
What do you want me to do? I can
It's not
I'll do
natural.
something. I'll do something to prove my innocence if you want.
what I want you to do is lead the way.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'll look at Ren. Sometimes, those storybook tales are real.
All right, look,
Doesn't make 'em bad.
I was never a big superstitious guy, but obviously, seen a lot of weird stuff,
Yeah.
particularly in the last 24 hours. I don't even know the last time I had a long rest. Let's just
Yeah, you
suck
guys
it
are
up.
tired. You're real
We're
tired.
we're gonna make it to town, okay?
It's only
We're
about a
gonna
mile,
all-
so it shouldn't take long.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah, we're gonna make it out of this whole situation totally fine. We're gonna get back to our families with no problems.
I mean,
Yeah.
family, but whatever.
Come on, come on.
And then let's establish a legit marching order for the sake of my invisible notebook.
Bones is
Oh,
first.
I forgot. I was gonna. You guys were looking at that too. Sorry, you said notebook, and it reminded me. And actually, take a look at that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry. So as you open it up, you notice something strange. They're dated. You see things. The name. You can see you recognize the way it's written. That it's like a month and a day, right? But you've never heard of this month before. It's Hammer, Ches, and Flame Rule are the three different day months rather that you would again this isn't a common, but it just doesn't, you've never recognized this before. As you flip through the few pages that are still intact, you see that it appears to be gibberish at first, and you're looking at it, you recognize the letters. It's in some sort of common that you recognize, but it's almost like they've been jumbled up. So I'll show you what those look like real quick. It'll be on roll 20, it'll pop up. So.
All right, I'm gonna try to fire up roll 20.
Oh shit!
Crash. I'll be right back.
No, it's okay. I can.
All right. That's a hell of a decoding session if we're meant to decode.
Some stuff can be done different ways and different. So you see, it says the 27th day of Flame Rule, which doesn't make any sense. Like that, you're not sure what month that is. So that's what it looks like to you guys. Like you guys recognize. Oh, funny. You recognize it. Here's the other one.
Jesus.
And I'll show you the other one. And we can talk about that, some the game if you like in a way. But
Okay.
did they disappear when I clicked those, or are they still on your screen?
I posted both of them in our chat,
Okay, perfect.
so at least we have hard notes.
There should be 3 of them.
Oh,
They are in
three?
roll 20. You just they went over each other. You just got to click and drag it, Andy.
Oh.
And now they should be. And if you go on roll 20, yeah, you guys should have them now available.
So
It's 3 pop-ups. They're just one on top of the other.
hold on, I'll drop the other one right now.
And I think you guys can click like on the side if you go to like the book thing or
Yeah,
whatever.
the book.
All right,
If you
all
have-
three
Perfect.
are different. There.
So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's just like the letters are jumbled up. So you definitely recognize the letters.
But it don't make sense.
Is this I mean, this looks like common, but I can't make heads or tails of it. What are these months? Ches, Flame Rule, Hammer.
You can make a intelligence check as you're kind of examining the, and I really think intelligence, just like an intelligence roll, would be best. So add your I can't think of a skill that would actually.
15 on die plus 0, so 15.
So you've seen people write, you come from a type of,
My
environment.
background ciphers and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So you definitely recognize this as that. Some sort of, this is coded. It's written with the right letters. With a 15, you're not sure. It could be, there's a lot of different types of those, so you're not 100% sure just at the moment, but it's definitely some sort of, someone painstakingly was writing in this journal, and they, yeah.
All right. Well, we should keep this and look at it again once we get once we get to an inn, get some food in our belly, get next to a fire. We could take a deeper dive on this thing.
I'd like to do my usual mental snapshot, and I'll try to recreate it later before I go to bed.
Do we get the sense that the numbers on the right are like the year, or
That's
have
what you would
anything
think, yes.
Yeah.
And that also
What
is
year
thought
is
to
it
you.
now? Yeah.
So in your year, it doesn't have the typical. So you guys go by what's like called the Dale Reckoning, and it's like 1370 DR. Dale Reckoning is kind of the year generally that you are in, but this doesn't have DR, and it's clearly, I mean,
Yeah, it'd be like almost
hundreds of years.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Hmm. All right.
It was
Town.
Was this? I apologize. Was this the just a private conversation between them?
No,
or
you're all there. Yeah,
were
you're
they-
all there.
They were just bringing it up to everyone.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are just standing there, kind of talking. Yeah.
I wanted to retcon something real quick. When Ren and who was it? Bones, I think it was you guys were talking, or Bongo. You were talking about how the imp was like one of the craziest things you've seen, and Alana would look at you and be like, she'd like play with her horn and be like, that's the weirdest things you've seen recently.
Well, yeah, I mean, look how little he is. Did you see the
That's
size of
what's
that
weird about it.
horrible fucking thing?
Or it just
Look at
came
it,
out of
look at him,
nowhere.
look at it, look at him.
Yeah, we met you. You came out the back of a wagon. He came out of like a flame and coals.
And people like me just come out of nowhere. Okay.
Wait a minute,
So
wait a
then
minute.
they look at the notes. I'm just annoyed.
Wait a minute. Alana, I'm sorry if I've never asked this before, but did you come out of an egg?
No, it came out of a woman, like everyone else.
Was the woman on fire?
She probably felt like it. Daddy was a devil, okay?
And Dad was a devil. All right, was he 1.5 feet high?
No.
Okay, so we ruled him out as the father.
Yes, I think so. All right, Bungo, any further questions?
I'm hungry. I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
guy,
yeah, we should get to
the corpse. This is not the place to be.
Alana, is it weird if I ask? I'm sorry. Can I touch your horns?
That is a little weird. No.
It's too soon.
Bones, lead the way, and I'm gonna keep an eye out too. But I'm keeping my glaive. Like
Mem's just gonna uninvisible like right next to Gideon.
Yeah.
And stare him down.
fucking, I'll stab him. I mean, I
No.
can imagine with a pole arm, it's that easy. But keep your pets to yourself.
That's a good idea.
Did
we
you
should
say
get going.
past or pet?
Pets.
Pets.
I'm just gonna have Mem go like 120, 200 feet ahead, invisible, and I'll just peek through his eyes every once in a while.
As you guys walk about a half mile or so, a mile maybe tops, down the road, you start to see that some of the trees have been chopped down a little bit, and you see an old lumber mill to the left. It's kind of run down and beat down. You know that you're getting close to the town. You don't see much activity going on, but as you round the bend and you see the town, you see in front of you for the size of the town, it's not huge by any means. It's a fairly small town. It's got a nice wooden wall. Though the wall is extremely well made, you can see, and very defensible, it is clearly doesn't, it's a little old and beat up and in need of some repair, but it is quite defensible, and I'm sure in its heyday was, it's surprisingly, you don't see that type of defense for a town, right? But as you walk, you see the gates wide open. You see there's a few guards on the towers watching, but they seem fairly uninterested. What you see that catches your attention right away is quite a few elven families. In fact, you see that most of these citizens appear to be elves. As you approach the gate, you hear halt. Don't get a lot of visitors in Cardin. What's your business?
Sorry, we're just we're kind of lost. Just saw a sign pointing here, so decided to follow it.
Well, if you're not going to start any trouble and you're going to spend some coin, I suppose it's all right.
Sir,
Welcome to
just looking
Cardin.
for a place to sleep. Thank you.
Yeah, good sir. Thank you for showing us on our way. If you were to get a bite to eat here, maybe a little bit of a fire in a room and a roof over your head, where would you point us?
Oh, I'd go to the Rosy Red Inn.
The Rosy Red. All right. Any particular drink or dish there that?
Everything's pretty good. You ain't got much choice. It's the only tavern in town, but
All right.
they do all right.
They serving chicken or chicken?
Well, they call it chicken.
Come on, Bungo. Let's leave the man be.
Okay.
Sorry, just a weird question. Do you know what's up with all that mist?
It clears up every now and then. It's just the weather.
Alright. Just seemed weird.
What's your name, friend? I'm Bungo. Bungo Toss Cobble.
I'm well met, Bungo. Philip.
All right, Philip. If I see you at the Rosie, I'll get you a mug of ale.
Appreciate it.
All right. Let's go, gents.
So as you guys step in, you see the thing that catches your attention in the center of the town is once you get through the main gate and everything, is a large kind of twisting oak tree that the town's kind of built around. And as you walk in, you see there's some houses and stuff. It's clear that there was some lumber, type of work going on here, though you don't see much of that. You see some of the freshly cut trees and things, but for the most part, like, you pass that huge abandoned lumber mill so they're clearly not doing what they were originally built to do. About 70% of who you see are elves, and clearly some half elves, and it's not always easy to tell, but mainly it's predominantly elves. As you walk through the town, you see they're walking through. People kind of take a look at you, seem a little surprised, but not astonished. Everybody's definitely kind of whispering about Alana. You see some people kind of pointing, but still, for the most part, keeping to themselves. As you approach this, it looks like it hasn't been painted in years, as the red paint is no longer that rosy and is kind of flaking off, but it's clear as it's the Rosy Red Inn is sitting in front of you. Again, there's this very large manor, and then some really nice houses. You can tell wealthy individuals that are around the stone wall as well as on the inside, like a 4 foot tall. It's not actually enough to keep, but you can clearly see the nicer part of town, and then there's a blacksmith and a few other things, and some action going on as you walk around, and you see the tavern in front of you.
This is promising.
I say, before we go in, everyone gather around. Let's get our story straight and what we're doing. I'm feeling, I don't know about you guys, but that whatever happened in the woods really messed with my head. I'm feeling really run down. I feel like we need to get in there. We need to get some rooms. Use this dead guy's silver, whatever we gotta do.
Get some drinks.
Food, and then crash, and canvas the bar for some information to figure out where the hell we are, how we get back home. Like, obviously, we're not going back to that caravan, but like, where's the city closest to us that we know? You know, maybe get a map or something.
That's
That would be
very
great.
smart. That would be great.
I was thinking about it too. How the hell was it like barely fall and super fall now? The only thing I can think of is like we were in the Sword Coast and now we're on a totally different part of the
Oh, we're
world.
Or a different plane of existence,
We're
or a
definitely
different
far from home.
time.
That's for sure.
Yeah. But
Let's have this
how?
conversation in our room because
Yeah.
Yeah,
people are gonna think we're
Get a
crazy.
little bit of attention.
Anyone over here is good.
Yeah.
Marcus, Marcus, you go in there. You say one fucking word, and I'll let him deal with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Point
just
to-
happy to be in town. Oh,
All
thank
right.
you guys for getting me here. I appreciate it.
All right,
All right, guys,
pull up a
game
thought
plan.
marker.
I'm also gonna try to keep my yapper shut, but I'm just gonna listen, okay? And I want to be near the person who's gonna be jibber jabbering the most, which I think is Alana or Bungo.
All right.
But not Marcus.
Yeah.
Lead the way.
All right.
Keep your little. What about your little friend there? Your little.
Have him stay outside
Yeah.
till we figure
What
out
about-
where our
He's
window is.
invisible.
Oh, well, that explains why I couldn't see him. I've been trying to keep an eye on him. Can we put
Yeah.
a bell on him or something?
I think that kind of defeats the purpose.
Okay.
He could go look around in there if you guys want.
No. Let him.
Let's go get some food.
Seems safe. Let's go.
As you swing the door open, you see a nice little inn. It's probably seen better days. It needs a little good cleaning probably, but it's there's probably 20 people in there. There's it's the middle of the day. It kind of feels like you're not sure exactly what time, but it looks like it's a pretty busy. You see a bald man behind the bar, got a towel over his shoulder, and he's cleaning glasses, and he's talking to patrons and things. And you see there's a rather plump and cheery woman moving around in the back, cooking and cleaning. And you see there's two younger individuals, a female is a server, and a young boy, probably 15 or 16. He's also serving drinks, and you can hear some murmurings going on. Everyone kind of gets quiet for a second and looks at you and goes back, starts to see the guy behind the bar is kind of looking at you, holds his gaze for a second as he cleans his glasses.
Bungo is gonna pull out a couple normals. Should I pull out the normal silver coins or the locals? I'm gonna pull out a couple normal silver coins from our land here and kind of rub them together and walk up to the barkeep and just be like, hello there, good sir. I think I'd like to, if you're open for business, start with a round of drinks for my friends here.
Are absolutely open. Name's Bohan.
Bohan, Bungo.
Bungo.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. You guys aren't you here for the Rose Festival, or kind of looking at you?
You know, we hadn't heard of the Rose Festival, but it sounds like something we'd be really excited to check out.
Just
yeah.
assume newcomers in town.
Yeah. What do
Rose Festival in a
you
couple days.
what do you got on the menu here? My friends might entice my friends.
Yeah, we got some shepherd's pie, and some some beef with potatoes, some
Heavy
few
shepherd's
vegetables.
pie.
Also, of course, we got my wife's apple pie.
I would be
If
very
there's any
interested
slices
in
left, which I'm sure. And then, we have the house ale here. We only have one. We have our rose wine, but if you're looking for ale, we just.
I'd look around to take orders. I'm just
I
gonna
want
say
the
my
whole
treat.
gamut. I want shepherd's pie, followed by your wife's pie, followed
Watch your
by
mouth and the way you say that.
and
Bohan doesn't play that game. No.
one of big tall
Bohan doesn't
My
play that
leg.
game.
He's like, you want the works? You can tell.
I
He's
want
seen
the
the
work,
travelers
yeah.
come through
and,
hungry.
and that ale sounds great for now. I am curious about the wine, but guys,
There's 5 of you.
save our palate for the roast fest.
10 silver.
And Bungo, thank you for picking up the tab.
10 silver pieces.
Alana's going for that wine, I can tell. 10 silver pieces? You've got a good man. All
You
right.
give him your silver or like your normal silver.
Can I see if there's anything else like other coinage being exchanged?
Yeah, give me a perception roll. Yeah, you might catch something at the right time.
Give him the normal silver. See what he does.
Natural 1. I give him the normal.
So as you hand it to him, he kind of pauses for a second, and he's, "Oh, I've never seen this before." And he kind of smells it, bends it. No, it's silver. Awfully small though. I'm gonna need 20 of these. So,
All right.
so your silver looks good. I like the color of your silver. I like the shine of your silver, but I think you might need. It feels a little light.
Picked it up on the road. Picked it up on the road.
Interesting.
But, yeah. All right. 20 silver it is. So, for the 8 silver that we picked up, should we just put it down to 16, or should we like have like a weird silver? The 40 we picked up from the satchel.
I'll tell you what, for the ones that we've got, the new ones, put it in as Electrum if you can. No one uses
just
Electrum.
to know. Yeah,
And
No
that way
one-
we'll remember.
no one
Notate it
uses
different.
Yeah.
No one uses Electrum. Not since 2E.
Yeah, true.
Okay. All right, so I hand over the 20 normie silver.
All right, have a seat. We'll have either Tom or Charlize bring out the drinks. I don't know who'll be doing it, but go ahead and take a seat, and we'll get your ales and your food.
Sorry, just we picked up some gold too on the road. Does this look normal to you guys? I'm not a money guy.
You're asking the
Yeah.
bartender? What are you doing with this junk? It's like, I ain't gonna buy you nothing around here.
Okay. That's what I figured. I think it's some scammer or something. Fake coins. I give like eyes wide, eyebrow raise to everyone.
All right, I'm waiting on that shepherd's pie, and
You guys get your meals brought out. Tom brings it out to you. You can tell he's super busy. Everybody's always yelling for this younger guy. He's like, oh, comes sliding out. Like, I'll get the drinks. Hold on 1 second. But he's doing a good job. He's working hard. He's trying. You know, he stumbled. He spilt a few drinks on his first attempt, but he was getting pulled in multiple directions. But you're able, you guys take a minute, take an hour as you relax and rest. You need some sleep as well, so hopefully they have some beds available. But a good hearty meal comes out to you guys and plenty to drink as you guys relax for just a little bit and you decide your next move and what you want to do. And we can take our break.
Hey, fucking look at Damien. He's got it, man, right there, right there.
That is a
Someone
killer
else-
time. That is a legit 22:34 by my time, and perfect narrative. Like
I'm hungry. I want to go get some fucking cheese. All right. All right.
I'm legit
We'll,
having
Hell yeah.
shepherd's pie tomorrow.
we'll be back in 10-ish minutes.
Woo.
All right.
Sorry, my bad.
That's all
I have
good.
one thing I want to do as well.
All right, bam. There we go. We're back. We're live. Hey, welcome back. We got our snacks. D&D is not D&D without snacks.
True.
So
It is true. All right, so you
And
guys have your...
non-alcoholic beer.
Hey,
So yeah, we're sitting around getting our bellies full of shepherd's pie and ale.
yep, couple hours, I suppose, hour or two. You see the place continues, slowly. It starts to more and more people come in. And as you guys are deciding,
sorry.
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah, if you got something you...
No, yeah, I'm just gonna have Mem leave the tavern invisible, just fly around the town. It's not that big of a town, so I imagine he could probably cover most of it. Just get like a lay of the land, listen in on people if he can, and just figure out like how does this town work? How does it survive? What is it like? What's its trade? Just sort of get a feel for the town while we're in the tavern.
Okay.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna steal it, and I'm just basically gonna try to eavesdrop wherever I can.
Yeah, give me a perception roll. If you're eaves, if you're dropping eaves.
First decent roll of the night, 21.
So you pick up some conversations. A lot of the conversation is dominated by the Rose Festival. Apparently, they do it every.
That's
you
good.
know,
I was curious about it.
not too far outside the walls. There's a garden that they're pretty proud of, and so they do that. Like that festival every year, and do the Rose Queen and the Rose King, and have rose wine and all that good stuff. So, you pick that up. You also pick up that you're able to discern that the town's clearly, there's not a lot of work. Not a lot of people looking for the timber anymore. It's been a couple of years since they've really been bustling. So it's not like a failed city or town, but it is clearly on the downswing. And with the 21, so you also pick up a little bit of a hint. You're two people talking hush in a hushed tone in the corner, talking about how a few people haven't been seen in the last couple days, last week. You don't pick up any details on that necessarily, but you definitely hear, that's piqued your interest, as that seems like an odd thing, and you do hear the person they're with was like, oh, it's nonsense. They'll come back, or you will see them in a few days, or probably visiting relatives, or but that seems to be a little bit of a whisper going around.
That's perfect. Thank you.
You boys gonna want a room or a couple? I got 3 rooms I can rent you if you want.
What do they run?
There'll be a 2 silver a night per room.
Hey, you get much music in this place?
Sometimes Gathon, he'll be along before too long. He'll sing and play his lute and.
You ever heard of one of these bad boys?
I think some of the
tiniest hurdy-gurdy ever.
yeah, I think I've seen, we used to get some gypsies that would come through every now and then, those Vistani. I remember a little bit of that, but I haven't seen one in a long time. You're not one of them, are you?
Clearly. Born
No,
and
but
bred.
it's weird you mentioned that because we did meet some like a while ago.
Oh, they were always good. They paid their bills. Never bothered nobody when they were here. I know a lot of people seem to have a problem with them, but
Alana's going to walk up behind them while they're talking and say, "Did you say 2 silver for a room?" And she's just going to put 2 of the ones that we picked up here. And
of course, yep, right this way. I'll show you where your room at. Here's your key.
Yeah, Alana, I'll bunk with you.
no, go away.
Sorry, I'm probably cackling in your ear. It's funny though.
Ren, we can share a room.
Excuse me. What? I mean, you're. Never mind. I'll tell you when you're older.
Sorry.
Um.
I'm 100.
No. Back to the barkeep. Forgive me, but as someone who's met Vistani before, is there any truth about that thing with them stealing kids?
I don't know anything about that. I've heard a lot, but I never see them steal no kids. People just
Alright.
afraid of what they don't know, I think. But
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, and I'm not one to put faith in something that has no evidence. I'm just curious, and the fact that you could help be one point of something that could rule out such a horrible, horrible stereotype. That's great. That's great. Thank you.
of course. So you
So,
buying the other rooms, or do you just want the one?
I think we're gonna want the other rooms. I don't know how many beds are in each room. Like we did.
We can bring up a mat.
I
We
could
can just roll off some hay for one of you.
That I think we're about the similar height.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm fine with hay. So,
Why?
I would like the best bed
Said
in
to
the
get you a
room.
mat.
All our rooms are about the same, but he'll show you up there and kind of let you guys go check in. It's fairly early. It's probably like, you would imagine it's probably getting on to like 6 p.m. or so. It's hard to tell. So, and you are tired, so you could certainly go to sleep, which is a viable option. But you don't have to either. But he does show you rooms if you want to put anything away or, settle in.
Do you mind if would you mind if I played it all to, kind of knock off, maybe I can, earn back some of the cost of the rooms here? Not from you, but from the patrons,
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm sure they appreciate some good music. And
all right, I'll come back down and play in a little bit. As long as I'm not stepping on your other act's toes.
Oh, Gathol, he's great. No, you want.
Oh, maybe you guys could even play together, like a organic jam sesh or something.
Yeah, man.
All right, so I definitely want to drop my bag off up in Alana's room, and
I'll pay 2 silver for a room for Ren and I.
It will be in the hallway, Ren.
I'll pay for Bungo, and I'll share a room with Bungo. I'll protect him.
Got your back, little buddy.
So you pay for the room, but as soon as we go in, I throw my stuff on the bed and go like, I got dibs on this bunk.
Yeah.
the whole bunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need comfort.
All right,
it's worse that he's like 2 feet tall.
Like I've gotten comfortable with a certain lifestyle.
I need space.
All right, Bones. I guess it's you and me.
Sure.
All right,
Don't
don't
worry.
take it the wrong way, but we're gonna do head to toe.
Are you guys planning on going back downstairs, or anybody do anything out of the ordinary apart from that?
I would like to go downstairs because I know Bungo's gonna be there. I'm gonna look to see if I can get some free drinks off of someone, however, preferably one of my party members. And I'll just kind of quietly mingle, eavesdrop some more,
So as you guys make your way back deeper, how you spend like 20 or 30 minutes kind of settling in, putting your bag down, taking a shit, whatever, taking care of business. So, getting comfortable, and you make your way back downstairs. And as you guys come downstairs, you guys can hear this uproar. And you see a couple of people walking in, and everybody kind of turns and, good to see you. Mayor, it's good to see you. Gathon, you gonna sing tonight? Everyone's hey, see this extremely attractive, dark-haired elf, sharp features. He's like, hey, he's smiling at everybody, shaking hands, poking people, doing finger guns. He's just everybody just seems to really enjoy his his company. Gathon, it's good to see you. Yeah, no problem. I've been missing you too, buddy. I'm gonna sing a song. Of course, I've got this dry throat. And you hear him, get him a drink, they bring out some wine. And you see there's a man walking behind him. He's dressed in very expensive clothes, kind of think of like the almost Victorian tight jacket. He's got a big smile on his face. He looks a little I don't know. He kind of following Gathon along, and people are talking to him as well. As they're like, "Oh, Bear, yeah, sir," yeah, and he's shaking his hand, and they all sit down and have some drinks, and the place kind of livens up even more.
All right.
I'm gonna be downstairs as well, but I'm gonna be like half engaged, going back and forth between oh shit, what was his name? Memnot. Mem. I'm gonna go back and forth between Mem and the partying.
The place is, most people are kind of making their way either home to the tavern during this time as you go around. You see, and there's starting to set up for what appears to be a festival. There's some like stalls being put up and things like that. But most people are either heading home or heading to. Inside, it's getting a little bit lively. People are drinking.
This would be a little bit of a stretch here. So I'm leaning off of some of my inquisitive nature. And I'm wondering if I can discern in some way if, what is it? Gathon?
Gathon. Not Gaston,
right.
but Gathon.
Yeah, I know. But trust me, I want to be like, no one fucks like Gathon. You know,
yeah,
like,
because you definitely get the vibe. You get that vibe.
yeah. With the finger guns, I was like, oh fuck, this is delicious. But I want to know if his friend LeFou is the fool. No, is he
nice?
I'm trying to discern the relationship. Is he a friend, or is he like more of a manservant?
Give me an insight check here.
Lover.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, motherfucker.
You make deep, passionate love.
I mean, it's a nat 1 for a 7.
You're not sure.
Definitely.
Just watching him, it's hard to tell. It kind of looks like that guy's following him around and kind of. But Gathon engages with him, but it's clear, like you hear then after 10 minutes that it appears this man is the mayor of the town. They call him, they mostly call him mayor. You did hear some people call him Darolion, but they mostly call him mayor or sir. But he's clearly kind of not infatuated, but like he could tell he just thinks Gathon, they're clearly good friends, but that's as much as you can, yeah.
Does he dress well? The mayor, that is?
Mayor, yeah. Like I said, he's got actually I can send you a picture. He seems like an odd pairing, I suppose, with Gaston's boisterous kind of, in your face and kind of free. His chest is out and he's dressed a lot, less stuffy. Again, shit, I have all this on Roll20. I shouldn't have done it, but I'm going to show this on Roll20.
Could a kind party member drop me something in chat?
Yeah, I can send it to you, I'm sure.
No, not a DM.
Like, no one knows
you.
I can do it.
You got, yeah.
No, that could be you.
You just run the show. The other guys will pick up my slack.
Yeah, I
got it.
appreciate you.
To add to the scenario, the Alana comes down from her room in her common clothes. Ooh. and we'll
I'm gonna need
a table. We'll find a table along either a wall or a corner and have like her own bottle of wine with a glass, and just take in the people and the common culture and try to figure out sort of what's going on and take in, because it's different, she wants to figure it out.
You can make the choice. If you're just kind of listening and want to hear like what they're talking about, you can make a perception. If you're trying to glean their general atmosphere and vibe, you can do like an insight roll, which is a little bit different, like versus exactly what you hear.
She's more or less trying to pick up on what type of people are they, how are they talking, what are they talking about, sort of getting a feel of the culture and like.
I think that'd be insight then.
Insight stuff.
Yep.
So let me roll for that. Ooh, that's not good. Insight. It's a 6.
So, you're not. It kind of feels like any town, any basic town you've ever been in, right? Like you're unable, because everybody's either talking about Gathon and they are talking about Rose Fest. So it's hard. It's clearly not what their day to day. This seems active than it normally is with the Rose Festival and with everybody here, and so it just kind of feels like a raucous, not even raucous, but a pretty loud and busy tavern. And they all just seem like they're all worked hard during the day and are there to blow off steam. And
Okay.
Um,
all right, who's ready for a song? You see Gathon. Hey, he slides his lute around. I'll sing one of my new songs, then maybe one of my classics. They was like, they're giving him drinks. He seems very anybody can tell he's very boisterous and what's the word? And talkative and
gregarious.
Gregarious, yes. Exactly. He's flirting with all the women. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of words people would use to describe Gathon. But he pulls out his lute and he starts to play, and it is really good. He's kind of playing like an upbeat tune, and you are, he clearly knows what he's doing, and you're pretty impressed with his music. You've heard worse. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. He could play in a big city and do all right. He wouldn't be the big headliner probably, but he could make it. He could make some money in Baldur's Gate, which is impressive, or those Sword Coast types of.
Can't interrupt his song.
Yeah, so he plays a couple songs if you guys are letting him, and he's good.
Sure, yeah.
And at the end, he's sitting down with the mayor and a group of people, and a few ladies around, and he's just the life of the party over there.
Can I approach Gathon and just, I want to get the guy's blessing to play a song.
He's like, I'll take another ale if you're going. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you might work here. The name's Gathon. Reaches him.
Hello, Gathon. I don't know if you know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. No, I'm
if you can, make it.
Yeah, I also have been known to play tune in my day, and just wanted to see if you would mind if I would also play. I know this is your joint, and I don't want to step on your toes or anything like that. But
yeah, I would hate for you to step on my toes while you're down there. Just kidding you. Yeah, go ahead, play. No worries. It's not my tavern. No, give him a chance. Give him a chance. Everyone's kind of like, oh, kind of grumble a little bit. This better be good. Here's some guy.
Throwing a bottle, mug. Yeah. Can I get a sense of what? Since he's played twice, and I've seen what they've reacted to.
Yeah.
Digging into my own repertoire of songs, can I get a sense of like what they might dig? Like, if I don't want to go too dark,
his stuff was pretty upbeat, and they liked it, and that's what you saw. So his wasn't like any slow. Like they were more of kind of a bar type of jingle, like kind of up.
Okay. Well, I guess the question is do I go the same type of music he does, or do I go like a lament, like a dark, gritty deal? What do you guys think?
Lament.
Do I go dark, hurdy-gurdy dark music?
Do it.
Or do I do like
shanty.
like a shanty and upbeat?
Actually, like a back and forth song where like there's a call and response.
Oh, okay. But they might not know it
for the crowd.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I think. That's a good idea. I want to get the crowd involved, and I want to do a back and forth response. And so I'm gonna seed the pot here, and I'm gonna go over to like Bones and Ren and be like, okay, I'm gonna do song blah blah blah. You're like, if no one else yells out, you guys bail me out here, okay?
All right.
Like the refrain.
As soon as he walks away, I tap Brandon. I go, "We ain't saying shit. Watch this."
I'm not gonna actually. I'll go up and try to play, and I'll small talk him a little bit and be like, "The name's Bungo. I'm gonna
Dead quiet.
play you a little
Everybody's looking.
tune. This one involves audience participation. It's called the there. All right.
Everyone's kind of looking around, expectingly. Give me a performance check. See, what kind of song are you doing? Like a haunting tune, or are you going to do like a battle song? You do a tavern kind of chanty type of
A tavern, a crowd participation one where
they got like stomp or clap or yell something or something.
yeah, I yell something, they yell refrain back, sort of.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let me tell you how this backfired at K Rock 7 with Cake. Jeff, you remember?
All right, here we go. Oh God, that's a 5 on die for a 10.
It's not your best stuff. You guys are in the crowd like everyone's first kind of and you get a little bit of participation, then it just goes quiet. As if they're fairly on. Come on, get on, and he stands up. It's okay. Hey, it's hard. I know this is hard, guys. This isn't easy. A lot of people around. It's hard. Don't blame him. You did pretty good. You did okay. Kind of
Did I notice if Bones or Ren participated at all?
They did not. No, unless because they said
You
they were
actually
going.
see us doing what we're doing in real life is what we're doing in game. Bones is covering his mouth and laughing.
I'm definitely not looking at my notes and trying to crack the cipher.
All right, so I stop, and I say, why, so we're kind of quiet tonight. We're looking for something a little bit more dark and mysterious, huh? My friends aren't even participating, so I'm gonna play you one from back home. See how this resonates with you. I'm gonna play like a dark, like hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah, Bones, he's kind of talking as you step in and say that and start to play. He backs off, and everyone's like, a couple people are like, we're gonna let Ethon come out, but you keep playing and start to get the song going. Go ahead and give me another performance check.
Fuck you guys. All right, that's a 19 on die for 24.
So as you play the hurdy-gurdy as it was intended to be played, the way that you kind of learned, and you were trying to play for the people instead of just playing from your heart the first time it came across that way. At first you can hear some jeering and some stuff, but then as the deep resonance of the hurdy-gurdy kicks in and stuff, you hear the crowd go quiet and it kind of fills. There is a somber tone goes across this whole tavern. The mood shifts a little bit. Everybody seems to be kind of not enthralled in the sense that they're just really taken by the song, and you've got them. You can tell as you're playing. You look out and you see that it's not this raucous thing. Everyone's just kind of paying attention, nodding or tapping. But for the most part, it's kind of just everybody. You've got them kind of, and as you finish the deep, melancholy tones and stuff. There's a long pause before people are like, all right, that's pretty good. Yeah, all right. Give you a good round of applause, and you kind of pulled them back there. But you see there's kind of a, there's people start talking and stuff again, but it's a little quieter, kind of.
I'm going to flip my hat over. I don't know if I even have a hat. I'm going to put out a container for tips, and I'm going to,
pass it around. Yeah. You got.
I hate you two so much right now.
4 silver coins.
Real silvers?
They're silver, like the silvers.
Silvers, yeah.
Technically big silvers, right?
Yeah.
Rose silvers.
Rose silvers, yeah. Roses. As you just call them roses.
Thanks.
Dragons.
I'm gonna give
Silver
one.
roses.
I'm gonna give one to Gideon there, who paid for my room.
Actually, I'm not there right now.
Okay, then I don't give you anything.
Yeah, I kind of missed all this.
All right.
I'll come down.
All right, I'll take it if you want.
People are kind of, a couple of people are like, good job, you got them back there at the end. But you kind of, the mood kind of shifted there as you go back to your table. guys have a few drinks. Does anybody do anything in particular? I know he's ciphering. You still have Mimnock. It's getting pretty quiet out there. Is there anything anybody else is doing specifically apart from just hanging out?
I'd like to, like, when we get to the room, like, one of the reasons I let Bungo take the bed is I got this new weapon. And I, like, now that I have a second, and especially after going through what we came through or how we got here and what I saw, like, I just want to sit down and look through, see if there's any parts of weakness in the weapon before I can relax.
Okay, so that's what you're kind of doing during this time while he's playing and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after spending some time, it's a fine piece. You don't see any flaws. It's got that. Remember, it's like the handle's like carved, textured, but it's like carved of like pikemen, circling around the. It's finely made. You don't see any weak spots or anything like that.
And I would like to take this time to use my weapon to bond. And bond myself with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel his connection, visceral connection with this blade, poleaxe.
Yeah, this will do. And then I'll wander down.
Is this a poleaxe that he picked up from the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We're in.
I think at some point in time, I probably want to make a pass at Awana, but I don't want to play it out RP wise because we all know how it's going to go, and I don't really feel like being that uncomfortable. So I just want it stated for the record, like I tried something,
And I nearly punched him.
Or even like come over and like try to empathize at first, like a little bit, and then totally like try to break the ice way too early or whatever it is. We all know how it's going to work out, but anyways, I just wanted that on the table.
Noted.
And Flash, I don't really want to do this all the time. I'm just all right. I promise this isn't going to be a thing. Maybe it'll be a thing. All right. I don't be a thing.
It's the girl in the friend group. It's the only attention you're getting, and you want something, but no interest there,
and like I was looking for that angle to be somewhat skeevier, and I think that this might be it. And I'm sorry for now. I promise to.
You're hitting the skeevy angle pretty great. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Nailed it.
Alana, you look stunning in your common clothes.
So it's probably gotten to a point now where it's getting later in the evening where some people have started to leave. It's probably 8 or 9 o'clock, so there's still a few hours probably left. The mood's always stayed a little bit more calm the whole rest of the evening. Gathon and them are all they're kind of more private now, laughing and talking. You can see that the mayor just laughed all night, like really enjoys the company. As you guys are kind of discussing whether or not it's time to go up, you wanted to look at some items you were talking about. You guys hear the tavern door open, and you see this old man come in. He's kind of got a bandage over one eye sticking out. He looks fairly poor. He's quite old, at least in his 70s. You're not sure what he's doing in here at this time. He's got his walking stick. Please, why won't anyone listen? I haven't seen her. It's not like her. Kind of walking over. Mayor. And you see there's a guy stands up. He's got, leathers on. Kind of steps up in front of him. Please. It's like, the mayor's like, Morgan, it's barely been a day. Okay? And people saw Caitlin 2 nights ago. You hear someone say, "Yeah, well, I heard a lot of fellas saw Caitlin a few nights ago." They kind of make some, and you see Morgan's like, and everyone kind of laughing a little bit, and he's like, "We told
laugh
you,
at
we had a few people go out and search for her, but it's not. She'll be back. She'll turn up." No, it's not like her, please. Gathon's like, "Morgan, please, we're trying to have a drink. Go about your business, or maybe I'll buy you a drink." Caitlin probably ran off with that nobleman who came through the town a couple days ago. She wouldn't do that. Not my Caitlin. All right, and he kind of drowns out as he kind of, you see Bohan go up to him and he's talking to him. I know, talking to him and stuff, but he's like, can't have you in here yelling at everybody.
I'd like to go up, like maneuver around towards him and offer some sort of comfort. Maybe it's just like a hand on the shoulder.
Yes,
I'll follow behind as well.
You're new to town, please.
Yeah.
My Caitlin, she didn't come home last night. She's been acting strange.
Is this your wife or your daughter?
It's my daughter.
It's your daughter.
Oh, wonderful. Can you describe her so we would be able to recognize her? Like,
I describe her. She has like short brown hair. She's a beautiful young woman.
Mm-hmm. Like a 34, 21, 34. What are we thinking?
It's like, you're just like the rest of them.
Yeah. Yeah, don't pay any attention to them. Is there any defining features that would mark her, like a birthmark or something?
Nothing in particular, but he does describe her as a medium height, green eyes, and short cut hair. A little different. And,
I can work with that.
She's a human, of course.
Of course,
nice.
There's a lot of other.
You hear him yell, and there's other people missing. Pay any attention to that? He yells at. She's not the only one. What about Quarren? No one's seen Quarren. Morgan, shut up, you old fool! You hear someone yell.
What's his measurements?
He looks at you blankly.
I'm assuming another human. Another human that's missing?
Oh, you're asking him if... Oh, God, I'm sorry. I didn't know who you're talking to.
Quarren.
Yeah.
Quarren's an elf. He's a local man. He hasn't been seen in 2 days. Just ups and leaves. Nobody's seen him. Nobody cares.
All right, Corn, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Any other missing? Like, I've heard some missing stories around the bar tonight.
He says, there may be more.
Those
actually, are the ones I know of. Something weird going on here.
Turn my eye towards the mayor and kind of read him like halfway through this conversation to see if he's like, is there like that facial expression of remorse or like
he's laughing again with Gathon. Like, they look like they've just completely, they haven't thought twice about it once they.
I'll take out 2 of my regular silver pieces and go to Bohan and be like, hey, get him a cider or a warm milk. Calm him down. Someone needs to provide this guy with some comfort.
He grabs it and he's like, yeah, I know he's erratic, but, he's not wrong. Says as he's getting the drink around. Bohan says, kind of slides you a drink. Yeah. I haven't seen Quarren in 2 days. I can't remember the last time I haven't seen Quarren in 2 days. You're right. We've had a few travelers come through, even though it's pretty rare. Maybe had to go see some family or.
Does he have family? I'm familiar with. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'll like get down real close to Bohan and be like, I may have drank too much, or or whatever. But I'm just my center's not where it needs to be right now. So part of me, if I don't know the landscape like I should, is there a way like a direction? Is there something that could be afflicting this? Is there a conflict or something amongst this area? I don't mean to sound ignorant. I just don't. I'm kind of ignorant right now.
No, this Cardin's an old, um, an old logging, right on the outskirts of the country, and
Of the country.
yeah, the
Yeah,
land, I should say.
So the country like the Winterwood or maybe the Sword Mountains.
Kind of narrows his eyes at you. You're in the land of Scythicus, in the town of Cardin.
Synthicus.
It's an odd fellow, long time ago. Hell, it's been probably 15 years, maybe even longer. Came through here, had the same problem. Not sure exactly where he was at. Interesting fella.
Thank you. If you're comparing me to
course.
him, because that's interesting. So, would you say where are we? Scardus?
Scythicus.
Scythicus.
If, are we overhearing any of this?
Probably, yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna try to make eye contact with Bungo after hearing.
yeah,
that.
I'm gonna kind of take a look. Like, don't make them think we're crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So I mean, so you don't think this is a coincidence then? Caitlin's disappearance there, Bohan?
It seems odd. He's right. She's a good lass, I'm not. She did come in the tavern the last few days before she went missing. Was a little bit more friendly.
Oh.
She was always kind of a reserved girl, but 2 or 3 nights, 3 or 4 nights ago, she was talk of the tavern, if you know what I'm saying. She was very forward with some of the men. Well, it wasn't really like her, but I figured she might have had a few drinks or something. But
that'll do it.
Alana's gonna walk up to the bar while they're talking and return her bottle. And
how do you like our rose wine?
it was very good, actually.
Yeah, some of the
Thank
finest.
you. Gideon, I'm just listening to the conversation now. Would you say that the people that are missing, in hushed tones, are people that are low income or otherwise forgettable from society?
So
Leaning into her background, by the way, because she grew up on the street.
gotcha. No, I mean Corian did all right for himself. He had money from when his family was in London. He sold and he traded a few things here and there. He wasn't. Caitlin was, yes, like I said, but and then of course Lord Hammerfell as well has been missing for a few days. That one is the only one that's gotten a few people, but him and his wife often fight, so perhaps he has gone to east and visited family.
What
Did
was
his
he
wife
the Lord
know,
of?
or is she still around?
Lady Annabelle, yes, she's still around.
No real correlation. Well, there's something that isn't here that we aren't correlating. That Gideon, I hope you're taking notes because I have nothing.
Yes. What was the Lord's name? And was he a lord of something in Cardin or just had the title?
Who? that man or the mayor?
No, the
What are you talking
lord
about?
that's missing.
Oh, Hammerfell. Sorry. Yeah.
Hammerfell.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah. No. What'd you ask? I'm sorry.
What is he the lord of?
Yeah,
they just
like how do you get his title? Is it a local title
passed
or?
out. Yeah, he's their local, nobility.
Oh, was there
But
a castle or a keep he was the lord of?
oh, it's one of the finer manors that you saw. The big manor is the mayor's house.
Okay, that's it, Gideon. He has properties the lord of.
Yeah, and I mean, the mayor doesn't seem too concerned with it, so it's
When you're
probably
hiding
not.
a conspiracy.
I mean, let's not jump to conclusions, Alana. You have to. You have to
Fellas,
trust.
can you have Memnock? And you'll have to look up imps,
Mhm.
or I can do it.
got him.
Actually,
I got him.
okay. And make a perception roll.
Yes.
Oh,
Perception.
is he down in the bars too or something?
Who, Memnock?
Yeah.
No, he's outside actually kind of going around town invisible. It's dark
Oh,
now.
okay.
Just a 12.
So yeah, but he still hasn't seen anything or, you know, it's basically the same thing. He's kind of still doing a perimeter, checking in with him here.
Right.
Most of the people are now, there's some going back to, he's trying to catch some people talking, but he hasn't heard too much.
Okay. I'll bring him back.
Okay. Yeah. So Bohan's like, tells you that, he just it seems odd to him, but,
You have a lord, a lady, and an elf.
And a lumberjack.
and I'll tell you what else was kind of weird was, Orion, you remember when I told you Caitlin came in one of those nights kind of forward? A couple of you saw her and Orion, get awfully close before they left together, so.
Yeah. Is Corey? Do you know is Corian in Cardan? Like that? Does he reside?
He lives here.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been seen. Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to know where he lived, would you?
Absolutely. Yeah, he points it out. Kind of tells you go down the main street. You'll take a right. You'll see. He points it out to you or tells you where it's at.
All right.
Hopefully, I can hear that.
Yeah, no, Ren. This is actually very intriguing here. It looks like there's more than enough evidence to provide abductions or runaways or something. And maybe.
I mean, 3, maybe more missing persons. Relatively close frequency. Town this size. All of it does seem like it's a bit out of the ordinary, but let's not jump to conclusions you said.
I'm just saying that maybe this will give us some clout with the locals. I've seen the way they looked when we came in, so I mean, plus
I'll find someone. Especially, I mean, Caitlin sounds very intriguing.
Yeah, but it's just like let's make Morgan, feel better. Is he DM? Did Bohan bring out hot milk or a cider?
I probably would have done a cider.
A cider?
Yeah.
All right. Fuck you, Jeff. Sorry, stream. Jeff gets a fuck you for that. All right. And how's he? Is he like with a little bit of arm around him? Is his demeanor changed a little bit, or is it still seem like
he's still quite distraught?
Yeah.
Like, no, I have to go looking for her.
Oh, I mean, I'm not one to stop you, but
All right, guys. Well, you see the Gathon stands up. Everyone's like, oh, he's like, it's about that time. Heading back. And everyone's like, yeah. Everyone's kind of filing out as the night's kind of winding down. He's like, I'll be up for another hour or two. Bohan says, before we close down the bar down here. You're more than welcome to hang out. If you're not, sounds like you guys are a little unsure of where you are and where you're going.
it's
You can always, there's bigger cities. We're here at Cardan in the border. There's a supply outpost with a ferry or a boat, not a ferry, but a boat. You can take the river, go one of the bigger cities. I don't suggest going into the woods. Woods are dangerous.
Do you know of where we could buy a map of the local geography?
I don't see a lot of maps around here. Maybe in a bigger city. Somebody might have one, personal one, but
Okay.
is there like what's the closest bigger city to us?
you could take the river to the capital, Harthalon. That's Elven. It's a strange dialect, but high house. Basically.
How far, like travel-wise,
It'll
duration-wise?
take you a couple days to get to the outpost, and then you could take the river a few more days.
Interesting.
Have any of us ever heard of this city?
No, none of this.
Like it's a major city, or
Yeah.
the capital of wherever this is. But none of us have ever heard of it.
No.
So
That would be weird to us, right? That we don't know the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely be
That's-
weird.
To me
It's-
particularly.
I was
I
just
feel like
like,
at this point,
Yeah.
maybe we go up to our room and kind of, as a group, put our
Yeah.
heads around the situation and figure out what our next steps in the morning are.
I'm actually gonna have
Bungo.
I'm gonna pound my drink.
Yeah, Bungo, are you sure you don't want to play another song? Keep the crowd
Well, I
here.
thought most people left. I thought.
I think it's just us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to die down. It's only the diehards left. Couple of the drunks that Bungo made from happy to like depressed drunk. That song they went from like, and now they're
I would also say, like, by now, the folks that are hanging around, they're too drunk to appreciate the music. Like,
Yeah.
this is not the time to make fans. This is the time to like hook up before it closes, and the prospects are not looking that good. So I say we head upstairs. I'm gonna definitely try to go into Alana's room. All right, she stops me, and I go into Bones' room.
I'm gonna
Are we all
have
gonna-
men.
Are we all gonna meet in one room at
Yeah.
least to
I
run
was
through?
gonna
We'll meet in our room.
You-
We'll meet in our room.
I don't
Alright, you
want to
wanna
meet in
meet
your
in
room.
Lana's
I
room?
think that our room is much better than a room with
yeah.
bones.
You were gonna identify stuff. I thought or try to right. Before
Yeah.
you go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's asking or putting something in to get identified? Like, what do you have? I guess is.
Yeah,
A
so
long
I
sword?
can- yeah, I can identify stuff for you guys. So I guess I'll just start with the longsword and the chainmail that we found.
So you find the name, the White Rose written on it. It's a magical longsword. It's +1, and you can cast Entangle one time a day. DC 13. As
What was it called
every
again?
Rose thorns will wrap up.
We almost hit that ship.
Yeah. What was that called again?
No, it's crazy. It's like okay.
What's that?
It's +1. It's a +1 longsword with the entangle 1 times a day. The
Okay.
DC
Cool.
13 is the DC for the entangle.
Sweet.
Sword of the White Rose. The chainmail.
It's chainmail +1. It is magical.
What?
Nice.
Oh, man, I run a hard game, but you.
Can't wear any of it. I'm making a loincloth out of that
Yeah.
shit.
Somebody could probably wear the chainmail. I don't
Hey,
know. Not
Bungo,
everything is going to work for everybody.
Yeah.
can you take a look at this pole arm? This
The toothpick you got there?
the pickaxe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. See what I can find.
The poleaxe, the big, yeah, the poleaxe.
Pickaxe. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a magical poleaxe. It's +1, and it like will never tarnish or like, damage or, even dirt seems to it never stays
Sweet.
Got yourself a shiny sticking tool here.
dirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, the two things in my possession that I wanted to look at were the Captain Drag's dagger and his ruby ring.
So the ruby ring, I don't believe is magical. Let me double
Okay.
check. I do have that written down. What you found on it.
It's a sweet ass ring that I can, when I run out of silver, I can hawk.
Nice.
And if you have any value estimate, if it's not magical, that'd be
Yeah.
great. Because if you just said ruby, I think it's like something obscene, like 5,000 gold or
No, yeah, it's not magical, but it is nice. You could, you could find in the right market somewhere between like 300, probably around 300 gold pieces with the giant ruby that's on there. Like it's a fine, it's a wealth. But yeah, in your normal economy, whatever that, like it's a very fine ring, fine ring.
Say no more. I just wanted some sort of estimate.
And Dreg's dagger is a dagger +1, but it also gives you a +1 to AC if that's the only weapon you're wielding.
Okay. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Any other items that you guys found?
I don't have an item, but I wanted to have, since I was already having Mem come back to the tavern, as everyone's leaving, can he just like follow them as they're out? Obviously, he can't follow everyone. Like, try and point out the people that seem the most vulnerable. Just after hearing the conversation, I want to watch, like, as they're going home, getting into the dark, where no one is. Maybe I'll just pick a person or two people that I can try and follow. I'm not going to be actively doing it since we're in here identifying stuff, but I'm just gonna have him decide. He's smart enough.
Yeah, so he follows. Yeah, he follows.
You just find the person that looks the most vulnerable, follow them.
Yeah, he's definitely good
If
at
anything
that.
happens.
He's good at that. Like that's definitely his nature. That's his nature.
He has an 11.
He's like, "Can you want me to
so
kill them?"
No, he's actually smarter than I am, but
Yeah, I know. And
hilarious.
you do feel like your normal connection to it, but it was like it's a different like the connection, the way he's held to you is different though. And this whole ever since you cast that spell and how easy it was, and
Right, seems like just
yeah,
second
something
nature.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, that's it for me.
Anything? So that's it as far as items.
What about
Okay.
the journal? The journal.
Yeah, there's nothing magical about it
Yeah.
necessarily.
My
Did
water.
Ren crack the code yet?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, not officially, no. But I'm pretty
Do you
close.
have any ideas?
Chat.
It'll go on.
I'm thinking it's a Caesarean cipher shift, and I'm working on it. So I basically got 3 or 4 leads. I'm gonna try them all, but also I'm just gonna write a script that'll check it for me, and hopefully that'll work.
Hey,
Also, if it's not a Caesarean shift, then what I'm doing will be completely wrong, no matter if I brute force it. So there may be something else, like if there's a salt or a hash that went into the first part, and I don't know it yet. But if so, Damien would have given us a way to figure this out, and so I'll
Like the dates and
I'll get
months.
there. Especially because yeah. Can you paste me the months and stuff, the date, and I'll put that at the top of the file.
So the computer versus the human element in this. How you feel?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing it manually. I'm just having some help.
You say brute force, it just sounds like 10,000 lines of code.
Well, no,
You
no,
bootstrap
it's
it to a million
it's 6
iterations.
lines of code. I'll show you the code in a minute.
I don't want to see the code. I won't understand.
I want to see it.
These zeros and ones, man. Like the
I won't either, but I want to see it. Yeah.
Okay. So what do we? And everybody else is going to bed after that, or do you?
I think so.
I think it's
Does
the
anything
one-
happen with Mem? I think that's
So
probably.
what was his goal? Your exact goal with this?
Just
Just so I
to
know,
see if anything happens.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, Memnock's definitely looking at it like how he would stalk
Mm-hmm.
and murder someone, but
Yeah.
instead, he nothing. He follows, this older gentleman who was by himself. Kind of walked down some dark alleys. He definitely was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, this guy's and
He's
he
prime,
Makes,
yeah.
he's prime. Like yeah.
All right. I'll bring him back then. So
I mean,
I
Bohem
say we go to the.
Bohem told me where Corin lived, so
Oh,
maybe we start there in
Do
the
you wanna do
morning. If we want to do that, I'm looking at anybody but Bones when I say this.
I mean, I could do it now. If we wanted.
I mean, nothing beats real eyes on the crime scene. Or so I've been told.
I've never actually seen it, but I've heard.
Oh, yeah,
You,
that's
might
what
have.
I
You guys don't know Gideon? Maybe he's seen a lot of crimes
Yeah,
scenes. You don't know. Gideon's like an enigma.
That's true. I mean, I don't.
I mean, if you want,
Just saying, I want to be on top of it. We also kind of need to figure out where we are and how we get home.
that's
So leaving also.
Oh, Bohan,
seems like a good option.
Bohan would have definitely told you to, because he was kind of giving you that advice in a bit too. That there's somebody you could talk to in town who might know a little bit more. If you're looking just for some answers, he's been around for a long time. A gnome, Brimbor Mistweaver, is he's been here for a long time, as long as I can remember. He might be able to. He lives, on the west side of town.
How do you spell that?
Brimbor, Brimbor, Mistweaver.
Got it.
So as you guys lay down for the evening, in a strange land, right? Not sure where you're at.
Yeah.
Feeling a little oppressed, almost, as you don't have many, not sure what to do. You have this strange talking and rumors going on in town, that some of you do find interesting and strange. Clearly, this old man is missing his daughter. Thinks he is, at least. He's convinced that he is. But you also know that you probably get more answers. You do have a option of possibly going towards this outpost. You can also try to make your way, continue through the woods in the road that he told you that it's dangerous, but there is that path that keeps going. Like the road keeps going into the woods. So yeah, you guys sleep on that, and kind of in the morning you guys can talk a little bit about what your plan is. But that way you just have a recap. Go ahead and take a long rest and get your things back.
I am going to make that sword my hex weapon.
Okay.
So just before bed, I'll meditate with it and have flashbacks to that round table.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. You bond, not bond, but dominate it. Bring it to heal. Yeah. What are you guys doing in the morning? Yeah, I'm assuming you're having breakfast and.
Yeah, Bungo, what do you think?
I think we got to talk to this Brim Boy or Mistweaver to figure out where we are. We could help. We could help these villagers, but we have to help ourselves first too, and know exactly if we can get any sense of what's going on from whether it's a caster or a holy person or whatever. We gotta. I mean,
Did we ever ask Bohan like what kingdom we're in, or what
He
land
said that he just said
outside of
Sithicus
Sithicus?
is the name, and you guys are in the town of Cardin, in the land of
Yeah.
Sithicus.
Okay, I missed that.
the
Sithicus.
capital is Carthalon.
And we don't know what Sithicus is either.
No, none of you. No, it's.
Weird.
So what? You guys are gonna try to see if Brimbor's at home, or are you?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
So as you have those, or heading. I suppose you could also, yeah. That's your plan before you make another step. He did give you the directions. It says it can't miss it. It's kind of a funny house. He's kind of an odd fella, odd gnome. So, but he's been around for a long time. He might be able to help you out.
Yeah.
All
As
right,
you guys
let's
approach, you see a house kind of built up with a big door with a smaller door cut into it. So it's got a big knocker that you guys give a big knock and hear some shuffling. Who is it?
Gideon!
just some friends.
It's Gideon.
I'll be the judge of that. Gideon, you say?
Yes.
What do you want, Gideon? I don't know a Gideon.
You do not know me. That's why you do not know the Gideon. No, I'm joking.
I do not speak your strange tongue.
Just a group of adventurers looking for answers.
Pause. And the big door opens, and you see a very small, diminutive man, no more than 3 foot tall. And he's a little hunched. Old white hair, white beard, crazy look in his eye, a couple liver spots, a bit of a comb over. It's not complete, but like he's definitely balding, and some of his hair is kind of combed over it. Even big long beard. He's a gnome, big bulbous nose, got a glare at you, like he's got a crazy look in his eye. He's holding a staff. It's got a staff is like wood in the shape of a hand. Adventurers, you say? Haven't seen a lot of you. I'm going to share a picture, give you a feel for what he looks like.
Hell yes. Yeah.
Well, this lot's adventures. I'd rather just be staying at home.
A dangerous place to adventure, I'd say.
What, home?
What?
Well, come on in.
All right.
Everything's,
I go in. So good, sir. What can you tell us about this place? Let's just get straight to it. We're lost. On the road. A lot of freaky things.
Your silver's bigger than our silver.
That's blowing my mind.
Our gold is unusable here.
Let me tell you, we don't get adventures around here. We get lost souls every few years.
Where exactly is here? Because we're in Cardin of the land of Sithicus. Yet, I'm gonna shoot you straight. We've never heard of Sithicus.
It's a lot. Many do not know the name of this land. But unfortunately, I believe your adventure has just begun.
Why?
Well, you know, some say that the land won't let you go. Most will say they have no reason to leave.
What do you mean? How
I mean what I say, boy.
How did it stop you though? It doesn't make sense.
How's it stop me? How can you
Uh,
step past the land?
How does it stop us? How do we get back? That's what we
Get
want to
back.
know.
Well, you have to know where you're at before you get back anywhere.
Okay. Well, so where are we then?
You can try to leave. Go ahead and head out. Back the way you came. See how that gets you.
Well,
Yeah.
You can only leave if it lets you leave. It doesn't let you leave. I've seen a few groups like you come through here, lost, unsure.
What happened to them?
Oh, that's the great question, huh? They left here looking for answers. I'm sure they found something.
Were you born here?
You know, that gets fuzzier every year. I used to know. That is all I remember. It's funny that you say that, because you'll notice people don't seem to remember much.
Like just
You're
in this town in general?
Yeah, in general.
So, who runs this place then?
Taps big bulbous nose. Now that's the question.
And why won't they let anyone leave?
Now those are big questions. There is someone in charge, no doubt of that. Whispers. Talk. The Black Rose. I don't know. What I know is you don't leave if the mists don't want you to leave.
Mists. I told you the fucking mists.
You speak like the land has some sort of sentience.
Maybe.
Is that why everything is undead feeling?
I don't know. What I do know is that the land does not let you leave. It's either the land not letting you leave, or perhaps somebody's speak of the rose. Maybe it's the rose that wants to let you leave.
It's the rose.
The Black Rose. That's what he was just saying. Remember, he said that they speak of the Black Rose. He doesn't. He's not very specific about it. It's just talk. Just talk. I've heard men going mad, walking in the deep mist. I hate to go crazy. So the last thing I have is my mind here.
Look, I'm not normally much for woo-woo, but you know, I think we know what he's talking about with the mist.
Are you telling me we're really like just on some place that doesn't exist?
I think we exist.
No, but you know what I mean.
You wouldn't happen to have a map, would you?
No, I've never even seen him.
Could you try and draw a map of like, you know, just the general surrounding?
Tried. Everything gets all muddled. I can tell you where to go.
Where?
He says, like, you know, the Harathalon is the main city, and he doesn't know much. He doesn't know much about the workings of the land, like the people. What he knows is he's done, you know, he spoke to the night. He's been here and seen a lot of things. And
How big is Carden?
It's not. Um,
Couple hundred or
yeah, a couple hundred people. Yeah.
is your
There's no going home the way you came. That's for sure.
if there was, are there any kind of sages or wise people that
Oh, you're
might know
talking to
about
him. Oh,
I know. We were sent here by Bombas Barthord, the
Bohan.
guy at the Bohan, and he spoke highly of you. I'm thinking if we press on to Carthalon, are there others who are as studied and learned as you that might help guide us in our journey?
I imagine you could find some answers that way. I imagine that big city's probably got a few smart folks.
So,
Wait.
what do you know about missing people?
Something's going on. I don't get out much, so I heard tale. Folks missing.
I'll tell you what, where were you 2 nights ago?
Now I was with my brother, and don't ask me where I got these scratches. uh,
Yeah,
No, he's
those look like defensive wounds.
no, go on.
You know, the funny thing is we've got a lord missing, we've got a woman who's otherwise forgettable missing, and a well-known fella that works in the lumber industry. So we're trying to find a correlation between why they're missing.
All right, I got a follow up, but completely unrelated. This is clearly an old shit lumber town, right? But it must have been built on lumber. This looks like a lumber town.
Yeah, definitely. Everything's wood.
What caused it to dry up? There seems to be plenty of lumber still around.
Nobody
Is
to buy
there-
it.
So there's no demand?
No demand.
Okay.
For
That's
lumber?
tough.
This land used to have a strong, robust military years ago, decades ago.
Who's
Slowly
military?
waned. The Knights of the Rose.
Knights of the Rose. Who are those
Rose.
folks?
Oh, they're the
Was that the White Rose?
they're the law and military force of the land.
No,
Is
what
that
the
about
White
White
Rose?
Lotus group, though?
Do
Yeah,
they
the White
still
Rose.
exist? Or are they
Yeah.
are they
We haven't.
Yeah.
We used to have a presence here, even in Garrett. Again,
all right?
years
So
ago.
they're just not as
Prevalent.
prolific,
Yeah.
or maybe their numbers have dwindled. Maybe recruiting's really piss poor.
Because everyone's gotten fat and lazy.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to recruit
They all
these
have
days.
disability.
Yeah.
That's right. So we got the White Rose. We got the Black Rose. Are they still around at all, these knights?
We haven't seen them here in years. Every now and then, company may come by, or a single traveler maybe, but it's been a long time. Or a single night, or
Are we
Any other colored roses that stick out? Is there any other factions that go by rose with a, like the emeralds or whatever?
no, nothing I can think of.
Okay.
The ruby.
Sorry. Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose?
Is there a
Well,
red rose?
I don't think that's a faction.
Is
and
anyone
if
a
it
red
is,
rose?
Drunkards.
Are we, if you had to guess, or if you know, so I know you said you didn't have maps, but are we like of the land here of Sithicus, are we like at the top north or towards the bottom south here? And how big is this place? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, so we Cardin's on the western border
Okay.
of Sithicus. It's get to Harthen's maybe 80 miles, maybe. That's why you take the river. It goes much faster. And then you can go east of that. He doesn't know the exact size of it.
Right, but
You know what? This is a great time to just clarify this. Can you point due north for me?
Yeah, he points.
All right,
Direction.
I'm gonna orient myself to due north and do my best to keep this somewhat succinct.
Yeah.
In my
Directions are always tough. The mists, the weather kind of
Bimbor, what exactly?
confounds people sometimes. Huh?
What exactly would you say that you do here?
I've lived off some valuables I've sold, made quite a bit of money. So I like to dabble in botany and like herbalist type of things. So every now and then someone may need something. Most of the time I just read as much as I can. I only have 3 books, so it gets pretty it's pretty boring.
oh man, I wish I could trade you, but I've only got one.
Give me that book. Goes mad for it. Yeah.
What do you sell? Do you sell anything?
No. I mean, I could make like a poultice or something, or like a
Okay,
cure a headache, or
keep it in mind. Thank you.
best of luck to you folks. Careful out there. It's a dark land. I mean, physically dark. Sun doesn't shine much here.
yeah.
Roads can be dangerous.
Why?
You never know. There's wild animals, bandits.
Sure.
Some other people say some darker things. Of course, you hear the boogeyman tales.
Right.
Be careful.
I'm prone to
Also,
believe them here.
and every man and woman travels with a monster. So for every man that's out there, every woman that's out there, there's a monster that's out there. Dark creature.
Mm.
Keep that in mind.
Anyone else have any questions for Bimbor?
I just don't like those numbers.
Yeah. And you can tell he's being like,
Pushing us out.
well, no, that he's kind of like, he's saying that like, he's saying that every person, he's not saying there's an literal monster. He's just saying like every person has a monster in them.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. So
Oh, I
keep
took
that in
that
mind.
literally.
Okay. No. He wasn't saying there's that many monsters out there. He's saying he's talking about these dark creatures that come out and bump in the night, but then he's saying be wary because every man travels with a monster. So it may not
No, I
be
took it the other way.
pack of wolves that come out of the darkness.
Right.
I took it for like the more people that try to wander and go out at night, that's more monsters.
More
are just
monsters.
created from the ether.
You gotta
No,
go by
no.
yourself, solo the monster.
There's a weight here I've noticed. I've noticed on myself the last few decades. It's heaviness on your heart and on your conscience. Just people suffer around here. People suffer. People who suffer oftentimes can do some terrible things.
Okay.
I'm really sorry that you're going through that.
Well, I do have something that's no use to me. I thought perhaps it could be of use to you guys. If you're going to be traveling these lands, I haven't seen anyone it's been 15 years or so since that strange man came through. Also was lost. That quite odd.
We
Okay.
heard
Oh.
about that last night.
Yeah, the
didn't
noble.
Yeah, he was wearing
Yeah,
a
the noble.
white jacket, had a big goggles on his head and glasses. Spoke like he was better than everybody else, but like you folks, lost. Said he was called here though. Interesting. Again, that was years ago. That was the last time I saw someone like that. Someone like you.
You know who that fucking is? The manor.
Marcus's cousin.
Mayor?
No, the manor. The dude who made the fucking circle.
Where'd that guy? Do you have something of his?
Oh, if anything of his. No, he was quite adamant about that he had business to attend to.
Where was his business?
Holy shit.
He headed towards the capital.
Okay. You were about to give us something that was going to be useful?
Yeah. It's from my old days, and I'm getting up there in years. I do wish the best for you, even though I worry. This place really wears on individuals, but if I can help you, he hands you over that little handed wand thing.
Ugh.
It's actually a staff for him, but it's a wand for you guys. Well, maybe not for Bungo, but it's a staff of healings. It has 5 charges. It can heal.
Sweet.
Every charge can heal +1, and you get 1d4 back at the dawn or whatever. Also, it can cast Raise Dead 1 time, but it will destroy the staff. Done so if you do it.
Wands anyone can use, right?
Yeah.
Or
And this one, like anyone can. You do have to attune to it though. Wand of Healing, 1d8 +1 for every charge. You could do 1. You could do, but it treats like every other wand. So 5 heal. See if, and then if you ever, it doesn't matter how many charges, you ever use it to raise dead, it'll use all the magic of the wand.
Let's leave it fluid, but I will I'll put my hat in that ring, just because of my build.
I'm gonna say that I would prefer someone else take it, just because I have a couple healing spells.
Oh, I thought you meant from then red. I disagree with
Actually, I think you're a fucking idiot.
That's what it sounded like going in. So I was like, okay, shit. No, but I get you. You're saying you don't need it. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
We thought you were saying, no, Jeff, fuck you. You don't get
Yeah,
it.
because he was like,
No,
I would like to say it goes to someone else. Are there
I
anyone
don't want
but?
I don't want the creepy
Right.
little hand thing. The creepy
Yeah.
little hand wand. No, I don't want that. But
I
it's
say
good to
really
spread it
fun.
out in the party because, like,
Yeah.
if I go down and I have all the healing, then
Yeah. Anyone
We
else
have a paladin,
got dibsies on this?
I think I'm good. I just got the sword, so.
I have no use for
All
that.
right. Okay.
And
All right.
Alana's already got healing too, so.
And it is a wand, not a staff, so it's a little more compact.
Yes, yeah. I was just, he's holding it like a staff, but it would be so small.
Yeah. Perfect. I appreciate this. Thank you, DM.
Don't thank me, thank Brimbor.
I think we should give Brimbor something in exchange.
Thank you, Brimbor.
You have like a candle or something you want to give him, Ren, as a token exchange.
Oh, yeah.
Can I have a vial of your blood? Oh, for science and stuff. For herbalism.
For science and stuff.
Sounds like a fair trade, right?
I'm a little hard. Could just someone else want to volunteer their
No,
blood?
he doesn't want your blood. I'm just. Everything here sucks. Except your blood.
I mean, Bungo, I don't know if I have much of anything on me that would interest him.
Keep your things. I'm sure you'll need them. I know you'll need them more than I will.
Fucking crowbar for my kit and take 5 pounds off my weight.
Yeah. You're just giving him your junk.
Token economy.
Such a Todd move. Let me tell you about this one time Todd showed up to my house, then left, and came back with a chest.
You still have that?
And then
you
left.
Still have that? 'Cause
I still have the
together.
chest. I still have.
It was such an epic find. You don't even know. We were just driving. We're like, look at that fucking chest. We gotta bring this back, right?
Funny.
Well, Brimbor, thank you. It's been a delight, and we've gathered so much useful information. and surely we won't, you know, just die on the road because of you.
Absolutely. Well, I'll never see you again, so either way, I won't know.
Yeah.
Take a look, like a little quick look around this place to see
It's
if there's any-
eccentric. Some weird things that, weird stuffed animal, like not a stuffed animal, like an animal that has been stuffed, or taxidermied, or then he may have like a lot of like herbal things, and it's kind of books everywhere. And
Actually, I got something for you too, Bimbor.
He's just crowbar.
I reach in my pocket and I pull out the toad that came through the portal with us. And I give him the toad.
my goodness.
Unless the,
I have not seen this species here. It's like an invasive toad. It just takes over the node. Destroys the rose ecosystem. Ravages the rose crop. So he seems delighted. Oh my goodness, a specimen I haven't got to examine yet. I've never
It's
seen
been
one like
affected
this.
by magic. Just so
What do
you know.
mean?
See ya.
Kill it. He seems very. Oh, thank you. I appreciate this.
you enjoy that.
I will enjoy that
I still have the
wand
cat.
of life I just gave.
Yeah, where the fuck is the cat? Is it in
I
your
still
bag?
got it.
Yeah, the cat's been following you guys around.
Okay.
I still got it. We need to name this thing.
Did the cat go with like when we all woke up from the mist? Was the cat waking up too?
No, he's what woke you up.
Okay.
So,
perfect.
okay.
I know what I'll name you. Brimbor.
Yes.
Naming that fucking animal after me.
It's an honor.
Just so we don't forget you.
Bimbor. It's an honor.
Bimbor, not Brimbor.
What was that guy's name? Bedbo. Toggles.
Beep
Stoggle.
boop.
Yeah, beep boop. As you guys leave the house, you guys are kind of chilly out in the morning time. Look around, it's another cloudy day. And you guys are not sure what to do. You have a few options, but what is your guys' plan? What do you think your goal is? Are you gonna just try to head out to find answers somewhere where you some away from this edge, or you're gonna investigate some more in town? You're gonna stay for the Rose Festival?
I mean, all right. I'll be honest. I'm real curious about the missing persons. I feel like, okay, yeah, the city is where we're gonna get answers, but we also don't have a whole lot of like their currency yet, and
It would be nice.
call me a predator, but
It'd be nice to have some insight into this strange land before we delve deeper.
How about this?
Maybe.
I think we do need to get to that city because this place freaks me out. I do think we need more of their money because our money's useless here. So, and I want to investigate these people because I don't want to just leave this town in the shitter. So, I think if we go to the mayor, who does not seem interested in these missing peoples, and offer our help, say we'll find them, we'll do all the work, then if we find them, you give us money. And then we can go to the city, we have cash, we've saved whatever. Help this town out, get some money, and then move on to the city for answers on how to get the F out of here.
I mean, I love the way this sounds, except it's also really, really close to extortion.
No,
it's all on us. If we can't find them, they don't have to pay. If we do find them, then they pay us.
They might have different rules here too, Ren. Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah, we're straight screwed.
Look, I'm for it. I'm totally for it. I don't like working for free. I'm sure the rest of you. I mean, we were guarding a caravan for a reason. I mean,
Well, we
some
better
of us maybe just
find the
wanted a
people then.
safe trip,
we never got paid for that either.
no, we didn't.
but we also didn't pay for the caravan itself. You know what I mean? We had the free ticket. We just didn't get our. Never mind. look, we're here. We need money.
I think
All
we
right,
need money no matter what.
I'm with you, Bones. And I think that investigating missing persons, no matter how it shakes out, even in the event of the worst, and you know what I'm talking about, still garners good faith for the people that cared about those.
Which is important.
So look, I think that this is a good move. I mean, are we just talking in circles and preaching the choir here?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So,
Mark?
well, if you guys, once you decide to, like, if you do decide to start
You broke up.
information, but also you,
I will say, when it comes to the missing persons, I don't exactly know what our next step should be, but I suspect it should be a little bit more in-town stuff
Yeah.
before we're like, let's fucking go look in the woods, like let's.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could start at Corin's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter what happens, we have a 2-day journey to the outpost and like a multi-day journey on the river from the outpost to the city. And so yeah, we don't have money for fare. We don't have food. Yeah, so we need to do some work to live. Marcus, how do you feel about all this?
Marcus hasn't been around. He's been staying at the inn.
He's just hanging out.
He's like fucking.
He's just
somewhere
like,
safe.
I live here now.
Yeah,
I live
exactly.
here.
Yeah, that's where I live now.
Just for clarification,
I'm probably gonna marry into money.
He marries the lady of the Lord.
Annabelle, becomes a lord.
Yeah.
He's got it going on here.
we come back and he's like,
he's the mayor now.
He's that close to your chest, man.
He's completely integrated with their society.
Yeah. He's buddy.
So you're going to Corin's house,
Well,
at least in the short term, even if you guys decide.
I think, and any follow-up pieces that make sense. I'm a big fan of. My character would want to follow leads. And right now I got to review some things, but I don't think we have a ton of different directions to go. You know what I mean? I think we know some names of the missing persons. We can go follow up with people that knew them or where
It might make sense to go to Corin's first and then have you guys go to the mayor's house with some
a little bit more of a
thing to prove.
I'm with you on that.
You know.
Yeah.
Totally.
I know it's getting late on you guys. Give me 5-10 minutes, and we're
good.
We'll just. And
I'm still feeling remarkably good.
Yeah, I'm still good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll play forever, but I know that you guys have literally played for 6 hours. But yeah, I know it's getting late on your end. But since you guys have decided, I was just waiting to kind of figure out where you guys were going. But if you're going to Corin's in the short term, when you get there, you see, the door is unlocked. It looks undisturbed. It's nothing too impressive. He's fine for, he's got a bedroom and a area, and everything seems in normal order. You don't see any anything odd. No signs of struggle. Nothing like that. No forced entry. But what you do catch the hint of is there's this smell in the air. It smells almost like perfume, but it's just real faint, like a rose perfume with but it almost smells burnt. Like almost a burning sense, like if you were burning flowers, almost but it's real faint. Like the only reason, but you can definitely recognize it's when it hangs for a long time and you catch it. That's kind of the sense you get as you get that smell. Once one of you points it out to the others.
One floor, 2 floors?
Just one floor.
What's the bedroom look like?
Just a single bed. It's got like a dresser and stuff.
Any sign of someone else being here, like a mistress?
Annie's on the ground.
Oh, you mean anything that doesn't look like it would be belonging by him? Give me an investigation.
Got a goblet.
I can do that. investigation.
Oh,
I got a
look
fucking
already.
natural 20! No shit.
Hell
I am proficient in investigation too.
Right.
So that brings
What's Alana gonna do?
a
Look for
22.
notes and stuff.
Okay, paperwork and things. So you don't see, you see like a few lists that he's writing, maybe like things like that, but nothing of. With a 22 investigation, you do find like a woman's like scarf kind of tucked under the bed. It didn't look like it's like purposely tucked, just kind of under the bed. You pull it out, see small, like nothing, doesn't look too expensive
Nice.
scarf.
Yeah.
And you smell it, and it got that smell, that perfume smell, but it doesn't really smell burnt like the other one does. It smells like just like that's what that perfume smells coming from, but there's a mixture in the air, like a burning, like something that's been burnt, you know.
Yeah. Can I go and
All right,
look
someone twist
outside?
that up and
So as soon as you walk around the back of the outside, you get a whiff of that stronger smell. Now it smells a little bit more, it's too sweet and burnt.
Mm-hmm.
You notice there's a few barrels in the back, you know, probably got supply.
Can I like try and pop them open? I'll grab
Yeah, you
my
pop
crowbar.
one, you see there's some potatoes, and you grab it, and you're overwhelmed with this sickly smell of like some burnt roses as this body is jammed into the barrel. It's staring back at you as you jump back. You see that it's all desiccated and not in the same way. The other one looked natural. I just don't want to get too confused. But this looks like it's like sunken cheeks, eyes wide, fear. His lips are blackened and burnt around his mouth as his whole body is just kind of, it looked like it was desiccated, you know, in an instant. And his body's all broken and shoved into the barrel.
Which
It's a
house are
human
we in?
elf, Corin's, and sounds like, looking at him from what you can make out, definitely the description of this.
Guys.
We'll end it there. That's a good place.
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
Done.
And guys.
Fuck.
Oh shit. All right, here. Let me get
That's a good
back
spot.
over. Fucking
Any
awesome.
pickles in there?
Awesome session, Damien. Dig it.
Yeah, it's fun. Hope everybody
We have
feeling the vibe.
Veiled Chronicles Tuesday, and then next Saturday is WayCon 2024. We will try to stream something amongst the chaos that I just hope it goes as imaged, because it'll be epic. But
It will be epic.
it could be just chaos.
It will
So-
likely be both.
Yeah, dudes, that was tight. Oh, hey,
That was rad.
check this out. Give a shout out to our sponsor. We got these sweet new dice towers on Shop and D&D. Follow us on socials, and the links are there. So, sweet. All right, I'm peacing out.
love you all.
Like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, shit. Flash has been off his game. I'm still holding the end stream button. So if you want to do
Oh,
I'm
so like and
Flash,
subscribe
and
on
you
any
should
of the
like and
streaming
subscribe.
notifications. any